Gar, Gar,
Gar, Gar, Gar, Gar.
Gar, 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 Garcia Aquatics here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Berto here from Garcia Aquatics. How's everybody doing? And happy Mother's Day to all those wonderful mothers that's celebrating today, even though it's a little late, but people are still celebrating. And it's still a little early for some other people, but it's a little late for us, especially for Garcia. So, how's everybody doing? Welcome to another Garcia Aquatics. And you already know how Garcia Aquatics, everything's going over here. And I'm just happy to see people showing up little by little. And let's wait a little more, let's wait a little bit before I can start doing the little welcome and stuff like that. But guys, don't forget, hit that like button, hit that share button, and hit that notification bell to be notified when I drop a short or drop a video or when I go live. Other than that, I've been having a lot of things going on and stuff like that, and also still working on that video that I was supposed to be dropping it. I should have dropped it today and I didn't, but I'm working on it. I'm doing a little adjustment, and it should be probably tomorrow afternoon or tomorrow evening. But there's going to be a video coming out. And other than that, how's everybody else doing? And let's go ahead with the welcome. Let's go ahead. Fish and things. With Lando, welcome. We got also GNC, welcome. We got Craig, welcome. And we got the Butterfly of Files. Sorry. Instead, I was doing a lot of things today. We're hanging out with Mama, celebrating her day because she deserves today. And also, I just want to say how you doing and stuff like that. And yesterday I did a little bit of pressure washing the house on the side of the house because it was not looking good. So I had it make it look nice. Biggest Garcia Aquatics is going to be painting his house. And Ian, welcome. How you doing? How you doing, Ian? Thank you for coming. And like always, Garcia Aquatics always does this and does that. And here it is, guys. Whoever wants to come up, there's the Linko. El Linko. And how's everybody doing? Wonderful, wonderful, great people here that we have here in the fish fam that take care of all the fishes and the fish tanks and everything. You like the new time? I think I'm gonna probably stick on with this on Sundays because what I noticed is a lot of people. Even though I used to go right after Happy Place, but then it was too many people after Happy Place Aquatics, so I decided to do this one now. Dixie, welcome. How you doing? And I like the way you spell my name, Beto. Beto. But you forgot the R. But you're not chopping my name or anything like that. I still appreciate it. No problem, Ian. something new to try, and we'll see what happens from here on. And I was thinking about doing it on Wednesdays afternoon, but yes, I look tired because I was with mama. You know how it is. And like I was saying that I will be working on a different time schedule for Wednesdays. And who knows if there might be another lifetime slot. Mm. I'm sorry if I'm yawning, but you know what? This Coke is not going to help. And I will let you know what you got. Hey, late to land, how you doing? Late to land, or is it land to lake? And let me start off with this. Opening this up, get some little energy, get it going. Yes, guys, hit that like button just to show me that you're here and everything, and showing the support and everything. But I got a little something for you guys, and you know who this will be for doing this for me. And I'm gonna go ahead and play a little something for you guys. And where is it? Where is it? Is it this one? All right, guys. Here's a little something for you guys.
Welcome to Garcia. I'm an Aquarius, a fish hobbyist, and a YouTuber. Welcome to my channel. And as you're here, don't forget to hit the like button and to subscribe to help the channel out for all of the girls. Come on, now do it. Do not be a choir boy. Be a good person and help out. Come on.
Yes, I had a little friend of mine that did that for me, and I had to share it with you guys. And yes, everybody, hey, um, um, Monster Fiscal, happy Mother's Day, and thank you for coming. I really appreciate the love. I really appreciate all the love that you guys are showing. And like I was saying, I did the video of the second part of the Red Devil. And like I said earlier, that I'm still working on it because I'm trying to fix it. And I don't want to say everything on here. I want everybody to see the video. And please stay tuned to it, and you're going to see what happened. And how was everybody's mother's, all the ladies and all the mothers, how was your Mother's Day? And guys, what did you do with your mothers? Hey guys, come on. Whoever wants to come up, the link is there. Hey, Chris, tell June that I say Happy Mother's Day, please. GNC, Happy Mother's Day, Papa. Happy Mother's Day, homie.
What up? What up?
Same old, homie. Same old, homie.
Can you hear me good?
Oh, yeah, we can hear you. What's wrong, Poppy? You down? Turn it down. What's up? We got Chris in here. We got Discus North here. We got everybody coming in. I really appreciate all the love that everybody's showing up and getting with Garcia Aquatics. And I know Mexicali's still live streaming on here still.
No, he shut it down a little bit ago.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Mm.
It was, I guess they're going to do it once a month. It's like Spanish speakers from around the world. They had like a dude from Spain, a couple from Mexico. One.
Hey, no, thank you.
Where'd that dude sound like he was from? Like an Argentinian. But it was a lot of people from around the world.
Araceli, happy Mother's Day.
Thank you.
I don't know if you heard her. She said thank you.
I heard her real clear.
Okay.
So you just got to be quiet. So he's going to be having a lot of people. That's good. From all over once a month. That sounds like a real good thing to do. He's been doing a lot of great things. So when are you gonna start showing up, showing your tanks again?
Who?
You?
Oh, I've been showing just my main one. If you ever go watch my videos.
Whoa. You just want to chop me right in the neck, huh? You want to chop my head off. Oh, you're good. You're good. You're learning.
I actually just posted a video kind of different than normal. I put one of my blazer, but other than that, it's mainly tank stuff. You leaving?
Yeah. I love you guys.
Love you too.
Let me know if you need anything else, Mama. Okay.
Oh, okay. You should give me some milk in there. Okay.
Hey.
Did she?
Hey.
Did you hear what she called me?
Hey, pinche pendejo. You should be getting up and getting yourself instead of her. Because it's her day. You should know that.
She's only a mom because of me.
Hey, get up and get in your seat. And look who agrees with me. Adeo. Well, I did, and I say it again. Pinche pendejo, Holmes. Get up and get it yourself. Stop being so lazy, man.
I had to be up here with you, Garcia. No one wants to see that. They got to see this.
Okay, redhead. I'm just trying to see who's live streaming right now, but I see nobody, but it's all right. And we got somebody else that just came from the back door out of nowhere, and we got Discus North. How you doing?
Hello.
Look at those
Testing,
beautiful.
testing.
Yeah, we hear you perfectly.
I hear
and
you
look
good.
at those beautiful. Look at those beautiful discus. I like that. I like that orange one, or it could be yellow with the.
I totally agree with you, Lori. Thank you, Melissa.
This was
Laurie,
a quick recording
it's
I made
okay,
yesterday
Laurie.
of my fish.
it's okay, Laurie. I just had to say it. That's all. But I apologize. So yeah, like I'm saying, that orange one right there with the black outline, oh, it looks beautiful. And I hope everybody in the chat think that I should go ahead and get some discus or don't get discus. What do you guys think? But I don't know how Lady Shimmy Shimmy will feel about me getting another tank and filling it up with discus. 'Cause
So
I got two
Discus North,
empty.
how often do you have to do water changes? I hear it's like daily with Discus. Is that true?
Well, I'm overstocked 2 to 1 on the one discus per 10-gallon rule. And no, I don't have to. I can do every 3-4 days. And I feed real heavy. And really the trick is just over filter like mad and use UV, because the reason they're changing the water every day is the bacteria gets high because of the food you have to feed. So run UV, kill the bacteria, don't have to change the water every day. It's that simple.
Got you. That's why I a long time ago I was going to get a tank with some discus, and when they told me about the daily water changes, for me, I mean, I'm not like a tree hugger or anything, but I felt like that was a lot of waste of water for me to do daily water changes. So I stuck with fish that was weekly or bi-weekly 20%.
Yeah, well, I'm doing basically bi-weekly, weekly, twice a week, on average. I gotta catch the video up here.
They're beautiful though. They are an extremely beautiful fish.
Oh, that little guy is a tough guy right there. Like, this is my spot. Look at that.
Oh yeah, the little ones actually boss people around. It's everyone says don't mix little ones with big ones, but I don't have any trouble with it. They hold their own. And yep. Figured
I'm over here
I'd
eating cake.
use OBS. That way you don't have to stare at me with my goggles on.
So you give them bloodworms the most, right?
No, beef heart. What I give them the most is the tetracolor pellets. They got the red lid. And it's got a picture of a discus and rainbow fish on the package, and that's their staple food. And honestly, that's what makes them grow. The beef heart kind of fattens them up a little, but it doesn't make them grow. All the vitamins are in the pellets and that's what I use. They get bloodworms as well, but that's for a treat. And I also use flake. I feed them like 6 to 8 times a day.
Hey, I know I like the fish fam link. How come it shows none likes?
It's showing 11 views. I don't pay attention too much to it, but I see in my count right here, I got 11. There's 11 people watching, and who knows how many people already hit the like button. But it's gonna keep changing because people come, click, and leave, or come back. It just goes back and forth.
All right, I unliked it and reliked it just in case.
You always do that anyway. You're known for that. Of course, if you were spending time with your grandkids and your grandbaby, with your daughters and stuff, and your son, it's great to do that. And and happy Mother's Day again, Mother's Day, Monster Fish Cow. J Rock, what's going on? According to Talk TV, how you doing? About how many discus you think I could put it in a 55?
If you filter like mad and you use UV, you could fit 10 to 12.
It's a lot.
10 to 12. I have a sump to keep that in mind. And it's full of like pot scrubbies and stuff. Everything everything I can pack into it. And it's 25, 30 gallons. So, well, it's 30 gallons, but it's got about 25 gallons of water in it because you gotta leave it a little low, right? So,
What? So like, let's say for me,
what are you
I'm,
going to use for
I,
filtration?
that's what I was gonna ask you. What would be good? Like, because I don't use no sumps. I like to use a lot of canisters.
Okay, well, canisters are like mini sumps. So if you have 2 canisters, you could use because you want to have redundancy in your filtration. You're going to expect at some point one of them is going to fail, right? You might get a clogged up canister, and then the flow rate slows down on one. So if say like a Fluval 400 is good for your 55 all by itself, that's great. But then you want to run 2 of them because if one of those, if you run one and it slows down its flow rate because it gets clogged, your fish are dead in a couple days if you don't notice. So you want to have lots of filtration coming from different directions, so that any like 2 things can maybe fail and you've still got some backup. And if you look at my tank, you'll see I've got filters all over the place and a sump, so that any 2 things could fail and I'll have enough time to fix it. So yeah, that's kind of the approach. They don't like filth at all. So
how about if I put like a one hand back in the middle,
yep.
right, and put the outlet and the outlet and the intake on either side of those 2 canisters. That will be good filtration for the tank.
Yeah. If there's some redundancy there, if you're either one of those 2 filters fail, you have a backup. And I would add, there's several of the internal, they're cheaper UV things. I would put one of those in there. The Suns work fine, but you got to clean them every week. And then they got those Green Machine guys. They're kind of like you can put them in and forget about them, but the replacement bulbs are stupid expensive. So if you can afford that, then it's sort of fire and forget. You just plug it in, let it go. But if you don't mind cleaning a filter once a week, just buy the Sun for half the price, because the replacement bulbs in American, it's like $5 each. So you could just change them out once a month to make sure they're at maximum strength, or once every 2 months even, and they'll keep you going, because it's the bacteria that's going to stunt your fish. It's the bacteria that's going to kill them, and you can't see it unless you get it so bad that your water starts looking milky white. And so that's really what you're trying to keep away from, is the bacteria, keeping it out of your water. And nothing does it better than a UV. That I've tried everything. I was struggling in the beginning because I didn't even know UV existed. And then once I found it, I was like, oh God, it's literally a godsend. It saved me. My fish would be dead if I hadn't deployed UV.
You think wave makers are good to put in or no?
I don't think they're bad. I like heavy flow, but the Sun units I'm using act like a wave maker. So I've got one in each corner. So it's like having a wave maker in each corner. And how much flow? It's like 400 plus gallons per hour coming out of each unit. So it's considerable amount of flow. Like, it moves my plants around. And yeah, you'll hear a lot of people say low flow for discus tank, like basically the water's just still and you don't want any I don't agree with any of that. Or bare bottom tanks, I don't agree with any of it. It doesn't work. I've got a 90 gallon tank, 25 30 gallon sump, and when I add up all my filtration, I have 1,820 gallons per hour of flow in my tank. And my fish are muscular, strong, and healthy, because that's how it would be in a river. You'd probably have about my flow doesn't throw them around, but if they definitely get pushed around a little bit if they swim in the wrong spot. Yeah, not violently though. So filtration big time, unless you want to do daily water changes, then you can go with what everybody else says, and do low flow. But I
what I was thinking about was going to get 2 FX4s to put
yeah,
on each side, and then put a handbag in the middle.
perfect.
And I was thinking about probably getting one of those wave makers, but not the big one, the small one,
Okay.
like probably for like a 40 gallon or a 29 gallon.
Yeah, that's fine.
Just just to put one of those, because I'm already gonna get enough flow with the from the intake. I mean the outtake from the FX4s.
Yeah, there's going to be lots of flow there for your filtration. Maybe try the inline F for those FX4s that they sell a small UV kit that's inline. That might be good for you. You can put it in there. But you'll definitely, if you don't run UV, you're going to get sick fish. But that's my opinion. Other people are dead set against it. It's like, I don't know, a sin or something, but I don't think it is. I think it saves you money on medicine down the road. It just saves you. It saves your fish. It saves your wallet. So, and they're cheap. It's
Like Master Fish Guy says. So if you have a 125 with one FX6, a UV, and a wave maker, would be okay.
it's definitely enough. Yeah, it's okay. You definitely have enough filtration. But what if your FX6 fails? What if
So he's
for
saying always
some
have a
reason
backup.
the motor starts to slow down and you don't notice? That's the only thing I worry about in that scenario. So what Garcia was saying
Right.
with the two
So it's-
FX4s would be better because then you have more redundancy. But if all you have is an FX6, go for it. It's a hell of a lot of filtration. The other thing is you'll have to clean that FX6 out more often than you would with any other type of fish. And then your seals might blow. So that's where I get away from the canister filters, because I literally have to clean the gunk out of my filters every week. And what I leave alone is my sump that does my bio work. So I thoroughly clean my hang-on backs and my inside filters once a week and do it that way, because gunk will stunt them. So if you got like an FX6 that you haven't changed for like 9 months, and you can do that with an FX6 just fine. They're made for that. There's nothing wrong with it. But with these fish, if you're running one that long, you're going to stunt your fish. If you're growing them, if they're adults, it doesn't matter. You can totally go to town and leave your FX6 run for a year if they're older than 15 months. Everything I'm talking about is if you want young fish and you want to experience growing them into like 12-inch monsters, this is what you got to go through. If you don't, you're just going to get 5 or 6 inch fish, and that's going to be it. You won't get 8 to 12-inch fish if you don't keep your water like impeccable.
So you got to keep it just like me, because there was one time that some people thought that like I was just neglecting it. I didn't clean my FX4 for 2 years, and my photosas are doing really wonderful, and nothing happened to them, and they were doing good. But when I cleaned it out, and people would say, "Oh, it was going to stink real bad and stuff like that," but it did not stink at all.
Yeah.
Opened it up, and the only thing I saw was just like how can I say, it was just sandy, very sand, like a very light sand, and it didn't stink at all, nothing of that, and the filtration was just, and it still works with no problem, and it's running real good still.
Yeah, they're made for that, and most fish are totally okay with that. And even discus are okay with that if they're full grown. You can run it for a year and treat the discus like every other fish. So if you don't want the headache of like daily water changes or water changes 3 times a day, you buy a fully grown discus. You're going to pay for it though. It's going to be like $200-300.
Yeah, that's how and there's some people that over here in Florida that I know that got discus for sale, even though it could be real small, and they're still asking for like $200-300.
Yeah. Like some of the strains are worth a lot, and I've got 9 of them that are brilliant turquoise from Stenker discus, and you can't buy Stenker discus anymore. So I'm glad to have those. I'm hoping to breed them. They shut down or sold their company or something, and you just can't buy them now.
Even though if you put all that filtration and the wave maker, and do you really need to put the air stone, or you really don't have to?
The airstone went in because I wasn't using it. I didn't really want it, but then I got into like August heat wave situation, and the water temperature was warmer than normal. I was actually putting like frozen 2-liter bottles in my sump to cool the tank down, and there was an oxygen deprivation issue. And at that time, I bought that stone and put it in, and never took it out. So just to, I don't know. That's why I put it in there. I probably don't need it anymore, to be honest, but I saw them. That's why it's there. And I just decided not to take it out because it saved me in that scenario. They were oxygen deprived and up at the top of the water, and it was during a heat wave. So you might want to have one handy. You don't have to put it in, but if it's really stinking hot, you might want to.
Okay. Only Oscars, welcome. Happy Mother's Day. First class fish, welcome, and thank you for being here. Even though you're just saying hi, you're passing by, but no matter what, your support still counts. Hey, June, you too. And I think I'm really gonna go all out on that filtration on the for the first discus tank. I think I'm gonna go ahead. Hey, Linda Worth, happy Mother's Day. How you doing, Linda? Putting those 2 FX pours, 1 hand back, and I'm gonna probably put two sponge filters that you can't hardly see it. It's gonna be in the back.
Yep, they're good.
And that's going to be like the airstone too, because it does more filtration there too.
Yep.
So it's going to be a lot of filtration running in that discus tank.
Yeah, if you go in that direction, you sound right to me. Like everything you said will run a discus tank. Like you can do it without the UV. Just keep an eye on cloudiness and change the water if you start seeing that. You'll be okay.
So getting the right food for them, and the beef heart, you said?
Yeah, you got to make your own beef heart, but you can buy them for, no one wants to really eat them, so you can get them fairly cheap. They can be hard to find sometimes, but
in my local fish stores, they sell the beef hearts, the cubes.
Oh, well, then you're set. Yeah, use those because far more convenient. I have to make mine, and then I use those Tetra red lid Tetra pellets. I show them on my videos if you look. It takes a while to get discus to eat anything too, so keep that in mind. They're very fussy, and when you bring one home, it's not going to eat what you have. You got to get it to eat what you have, and that's a battle too.
Because it depends where you get them from. Any local stores or the people that are breeding them. And sometimes when you want to ask them, what are you feeding them? They're just, I've been feeding this. This is what I feed them.
Yeah, if you can get that, that's great, because then you can get what they're used to, and you're not I bought some, like, my Turks came from a local breeder, and he was able to tell me what they were feeding. But when I made my beef heart, it wasn't still the same as his. They still ate it because they were used to it, thankfully. But all the rest of the fish, the blue one, the orange ones, the yellow one, they came from a big pet store in my city, and they get shipped in from God knows where, and they had no clue what they were raised on. So I had to play a guessing game with them and wean them sort of into my food, and that when you're in that situation, it's rough because it's pretty much the only thing they're going to start eating is bloodworms because everybody loves bloodworms, and then you got to teach them how to eat the beef heart and teach them how to eat the pellets. And for the first couple of fish that don't know anything, and you've only got, say, 3 fish in your tank, that's rough because there's no example fish for them to learn from. Once you get like 3 or 4 fish eating your food and then you start adding new fish, they learn from the other fish and they just kind of catch on real fast. But I had a hard time getting them on food in the beginning, and now they all eat what I want them to eat. And don't buy $40 pellets. Don't get into that. It's just, they're robbing you. The ones I buy, they're like $5 a bottle. It'll last you a month, 20 discus a month, and they grow like weeds on the stuff. So
My super red parrot today, when I turn on the light, he's supposed to be all red, and I don't know, but he was just like a light red, and I'm like, oh man, what's wrong with my parrot? Don't tell me something's wrong with him. He his head and part of his side, he was a little bit like a pinkish color. But as soon as I put in the food, and
colored up.
I gave him the regular. Let me show you what I used.
Sometimes like they go pale when they sleep, so you just turn the light on. It could have been that.
I gave him this first, right?
Oh, can't
We
see
go
it
to the
yet.
bottom a little bit.
Oh, okay.
I gave him that, right?
Okay, yep.
That doesn't even give him the nicest color and stuff like that. But then I gave him this. That is his normal food, and right away he got all red. He was like, "Thank you for my food." He turned real red, and I'm like, "It's okay." Now he's doing perfect.
Yeah, they know what they like, eh?
Oh yeah.
They're a lot smarter than most people think.
And I gave him last time. I gave him the frozen cubes, brine shrimp. Even though they just eat it right away with no problem. And it's just like, it's just brine shrimp. Bunny Viper, thank you for coming. Happy Mother's Day. I love you, baby. And so when I gave them I saw they were not going too crazy about it. I gave them those pellets. And boy, let me tell you, they just went crazy when I thank you. Because I put the sinking pellets
They
and
just
the
didn't
floating
care.
pellets. But when I don't put if I don't put the floating pellets, they don't go too crazy. They just go straight to the bottom. But when they see there's no more in the bottle, and they see the floating pellets, they just go up there and go crazy.
Yeah. Like someone could ship me the best food in the world. I could drop it in my tank. My fish won't touch it. They will only touch what they know, and I don't know why. They're just, every other fish in the world just eats what you give them that I've owned. But these things,
Yeah.
they only eat what they know. So once you get them on a nice stable diet, though, it's great, no problems.
The one with the white dots, that's a pigeon. They call
They
it a
call
pigeon.
it's actually, well, it's close to a pigeon. Looks very much like one, but they call that one a panda. And the way they got that one was Jack Watley Discus created those, breeding a regular turquoise, which well, anyway, has kind of that pattern to it, with a checkerboard or whatever you just called it. Sorry, I just forgot the name, but they bred those two, and then they called the babies a panda, and they came out like this. So normal Turk and the other one.
Yes, I've been thinking about it, but the thing is that Lady Shimmy Shimmy, she really doesn't like. The only reason why she don't like the discus, but sometimes she don't see them that they move too much, and she's like, "What's wrong with these guys? They ain't doing nothing for me."
They're pretty though.
Oh, now you gonna talk.
They don't pull up.
It's not your cup of tea. I understand that, but let's try and set up a discus tent. You give
It's
me
the
the
next
okay?
level. It's
Yeah,
like upgrade.
fine, but that's all.
Hey guys, you heard it. She gave me the.
You got the
She gave me
nod.
the. Yep,
Yay!
that's it. Discus is
I'm
gonna be coming up soon.
I'm happy
Who
for you,
knows?
bud. It's a whole new experience. I've had all the other fish, and I'm really, really enjoying these guys. When something goes bad, it hurts, though. Get ready for that. It's not, you know, like at this point, the size my fish are, they're worth like between $200 and $300 each. So, and I lost two this spring due to bad water conditions in my city. So, yeah, it's like losing $400. So it hurts when something goes bad. But you got to just accept that and roll with it. I'm going to go out and buy two more in a couple weeks and just replace what I lost. But I'll be buying like baby ones because I can't afford big ones. I get them at about 3-inch for $80 each, and then that's what. And I was in the beginning. I started off and I bought like coin-sized fish, like month-old, 6-week-old fish, and you can get them for like $20 each at that size. But boy, oh boy, can they die easy when they're that small. So 3-inch is where you want to start. You get the best bang for your buck. They're pretty strong. They probably won't die, and they're $80 instead of $200 or $300. And they grow 1 inch a month. And by the time they're 6 or 7 inches, they're worth, $200-$300. So
Alex, thank you for coming. DJ Guppy Fish, welcome.
happy Mother's Day to all the mothers in the chat. Yeah.
Yep, and I got it running in the bottom that I should have done earlier.
There it is.
So yes, guys, you heard it here. Lady Shimmy Shimmy said I could set up a discus tank,
Right on.
but you're gonna have to give me time because I'm working on other things first. I gotta get that out of the way before I start working on that. And I know everybody's still waiting for me to get this salt water going. So I'm gonna get the salt water going first. I'm gonna get the salt water going first before I get the discus. Even though the salt water, I have to have the lights off and let all the bacteria and everything, all that good stuff. What the salt water has to be done because they told me the lights has to be off for at least a month before I could add anything to it. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that first. While that's running, then I could go ahead and set up a nice, beautiful, beautiful discus tank.
Oh no, it hurts my heart too. It just makes your heart hurt a little bit more when your wallet hurts with it.
Yes, yes, I know about that. But the only reason that I
I was
get a
responding
lot
to
of
Bunny.
that like I could do all this is I pay all my bills and I just can't help it. I got some great customers. They give me good tip money, and that's why I use that tip money to get my tattoos done and put it into the hobby. But the money I work for my job, I go ahead, put the food on the table, and make sure all my bills are paid. And yes, I know I should have gone to Aquashella in Dallas, but it's just the flight, the hotel, the food, and not enough time for me. And I would have liked you to have gone to Keystone also. That's another thing that I have to hold back. But, and also I got to go to Long Island in August to spend time with my family over there. And it's a lot of things on my plate. And I know a lot of people don't like to hear me explain so much, but it's the way Garcia Aquatics is. I like to share part of my life, what I'm doing, and that's the way I am. And everybody likes to know everybody else, and that's the way I am. And that's why I love you guys, because you guys always showing the support and all the love. No, not this year, Master Fiscal. This year I won't be able to go to the class, but I can try to make it for next year. I just want to get all this stuff done here, and I'm still paying for the bills from last year from all the shows that I went to. I'm still paying for that, and also I'm helping out my parents. Yes, Alex, I will never change. But Alex, there's one thing I gotta let you know, Alex. Garcia Aquatics is coming back to bowling on Thursday nights. Yes, I know, Gabriel. We all have lives and everything, but I like to tell everybody how I feel, and I know everybody's very busy with their own personal life, and they try to put stuff out and showing the love and the support, and I still appreciate everybody anyway, because I really love everybody. But please don't use me as a welcome mat, being stepped all over. That's one thing that I don't like. Thank you, I really appreciate that, buddy. Ivy, I love you. And I didn't let everybody know, but most likely next year for 2025, it might be March or April. Your crazy YouTuber fish hobbyist is going to be walking down the aisle with Lady Shimmy Shimmy. We do not have the date yet, but it's going to be most likely March or April. We're looking at the calendar and we're looking for the place for the. It's not going to be a big, big, big thing about it. It's not going to be a big, big thing, but it's going to be something beautiful and sweet. A memory that we're going to put together, and and especially a lady that's taking care of Garcia Aquatics and putting up with Garcia Aquatics with all the fish taken in the house that it looks like a pet shop. Because it's not easy to deal with Garcia with one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12 tanks. That I first started was 30 tanks, and now I got 12 tanks because I got rid of mostly all my small tanks to our bigger tanks. And thank you very much for all the support, guys, and thank you for the congratulations. I feel so excited. I need my towel. Hey, George, welcome. No, I don't have to. I don't have to tell. I don't have to tell her I got a multi multiple tank syndrome. She knew already what she was going to get into. And guys, just like Buddy Viper says, hit that like button, hit that share button, and turn on that notification bell because you never know when Garcia's going to drop a video or a short or when he's going to go live. Okay, this guy here, he's a little whining right now, but let me just tell him like this. I love you, my brother. How you doing? Jim from Happy Place Aquatics. Thank you for coming and thank you for showing your support and all the love. And thank you very much. And by the way, that was a great stream you had. Oh, you're gonna get some African sickness? But before you get any African sickness, we're gonna have to solve that problem that you have, sir. Half asleep, my guy? Yeah, you've been busy, very busy. Thank you, George. Thank you, George. Okay, so now you guys already know me tying the knot, walking down the alley sometime in March or April of next year. And she gave me the okay to go ahead and set up a discus tank. So what else you guys should oh wait. Uh Discus North. What will be good to put with the is it okay to put some black neons with the discus or no? Discus North? Discus North, are you here?
I think he's in the potty.
Probably.
Yeah, earlier he said he was gonna go to the restroom.
Jimbo, have a great night. And we'll talk, my brother. And keep your head up, my brother. It's your hobby. You do it your way. Wow. Damn, Bunny. Bunny, Bunny, Bunny. I still love you no matter what. And thank
Why
you for
is that,
doing
Bunny?
those.
Why are you shutting it down?
Uh, Personal reason.
Okay, none of my business.
So DJ Guppy, thank you for sending me those pictures of that coffee thing for my mom, so I'm gonna get for her. And I don't know if he does any if he will do any shipping. DJ Guppy Fish, I heard that he's selling some antlers, some guppies, and mollies. Um. Oh, so you saw it, Gabriel? What she put? Ivy. It's just me. It's not my place to say anything. That's why I just let you say it, because that's your personal. So I just didn't want to put it out there. So I let you do it. But you know that everybody here that's in the chat and the ones that watch the replay, we still love you, but you're still part of the fish family. We love you.
Yeah, I think it's kind of, I don't know if it's crazy or funny or what, but being in this hobby, being on the YouTube side of this hobby, you do get to meet people, and you actually, whether you've met them in person or not, you do feel like you have some kind of a relationship with them. It's a pretty cool thing.
And especially when I started with the fish hop, when I started doing the YouTube, I will never forget when Monster Fish Gal, um, only Oscars, um, Bunny, and everybody else that was coming right behind them, showing me the support and all the love. And that's why I still show everybody the support and the love, even though the ones that don't like me, I still show them the support and the love because I'm a different breed. And Buddy Viper, whenever you have a chance, please email me at garciaquatics@gmail.com. Email me, Bunny Viper. Laura Taylor, how you doing? And welcome. And welcome, welcome. What you trying to say, Alex? Let me blow it up here. There's some people that might not like Garcia, but it is what it is. But it doesn't bother me at all because if they show him the nativity, I'm still going to show them the positivity how Garcia Cordes is. Dale, dale, dale. DJ Guppy, ponte bien. No problem. Take your time. And I'm just gonna wait for Discus North when he's ready.
Hello, I'm back. Sorry about that.
That's
Yeah,
all
he
right.
can
But
pick up his mic.
I got a question to ask you. Is it okay to put red eye tetras and black neons with discus?
I've never had the red eye tetras, but the black neons are totally fine. They actually do well in the warmer water. That's where the problem lies. Um, the normal neons, like the blue and green ones, they don't do well in the warmer water. They kind of like get skinny and die fast. But the black ones, they're tough. They school nice. I like the black neons because they actually school. The blue ones, they kind of just do random stuff and they don't really school. So, but yeah, the red eye tetra, I have never tried them, so I wouldn't know.
Thank you for not leaving the family, Bunny. But if there's anything that I can, I try to do the best I can. I got you. I'll try to do the best I can. DJ Gumpy Fish, we'll talk about that. Most likely you might be the DJ for it. How you like those apples? And like you said before, and I'm gonna say it again, darling. And I know it's gonna be very hard for some people to come to the Garcia Aquatics wedding because everybody lives so far. People live in Cali, Arizona, Pennsylvania, Canada. So much to continue to say where everybody's coming.
Maybe you could do like a virtual camera so we could all watch it.
You can stream it live, Garcia.
That'll be the first. That'll be the first.
That way we could all be there. Put a big screen TV so you can see our faces.
Oh my God, who's that? Oh, look at Garcia. He doesn't even know how to dance. Look, Garcia doesn't know how to walk. Did he really say yes? Oh my God, what's wrong with Garcia? Hey, Garcia, are you drunk? I don't know. Can you tell?
He's melting.
No, we're not doing we're not doing another 24 hours. The last time I did a 24 hours, YouTube didn't grant me my 24 hours. And what I had to do was I had to do 12 hours and then restart and do the next 12 hours. It would have been granted. But Garcia didn't get that situated right. So that's why I just went straight with the 24 hours and I was not granted with it. But the people that saw it and that was there on the platform and showed all the support, who's getting married? Bunny. You're looking at him. This guy right here. This guy right here. I'm the one that's getting married, and that's going to be in March or April. We don't have the date set yet, and we're still debating if it should be in March or it should be in April.
Probably be
see
good
what
weather
happens.
down there.
Oh yeah, that's the best time. And the place that I'm gonna get, I'm gonna make sure they got good AC, and I'm gonna make sure that I'm gonna go the day before, and making sure that everything's running right and the AC is running right, because I don't want to see people like this. Hurry up with this wedding! I gotta get out of here.
Yeah. Yeah, no,
And-
it's
And,
important.
and I don't want to do the wedding also in a beach. I've been to those weddings, on a beach. It's okay, but when it gets to one of those windy days, there's gonna be sand all over the place, and we don't want no sand on the cake. Oh, I don't want that sandy cake.
Be a little gritty on the teeth. If you got married in March or April up here, there'd still be snow on the ground.
I know that's what she probably would have liked. But me, I was like, no, it's too damn cold for me.
It wouldn't be the air conditioning you were worried about. It'd be the heat. But yeah,
Yep. And then especially walking in the snow, and especially with those black ice.
yep. It'll get you, and it comes out of nowhere, and you'd never expect it, and then you're just on your ass.
You'd be like this, hey babe, come on, come on, come on, we gotta get in the limo. Let's get out of here. Like, whoa!
Yep. That happens a lot on the way in cars. Last winter, I watched a guy take a left turn, and he was in like one of those Suzuki Jeeps.
Yeah.
And as he's taking the left turn on the corner, the whole intersection was black ice. So the Suzuki Jeep did like a 360 spin on all four tires, and then it smashed into the parked cars on the side of the road. And then the guy gets out of his Suzuki Jeep. When his feet hit the ground, it was all black. So he slipped and he's on his ass. And I watched him trying to get up, and he did it like 6 times in a row, slipping on his. And then the bus came, and I was laughing. I couldn't help it. I mean, I felt bad for him because he was obviously going to have a bad morning. But it was the funniest thing I ever saw. I couldn't stop laughing.
DJ Guppy Fish, it would be nice to do it in the snow and stuff like that, but I love that song anyway from Billy Idol. A white wedding. Yeah, she is really awesome. She's really sweet. My family, my whole family likes her, and her family loves me. And I guess we're made for each other. And sorry that you had to find out now. There was times I used to say it, and there was times I didn't say it. So that's why I decided to tell everybody now. And don't worry, Bunny. I got you, babe. So, what else should I know about more about the? Cause you do a lot of stuff with discus.
Yeah,
Fill
it's
me in
pretty.
with more. Fill me in with more if I could know what I'm gonna be expecting. With
You
the
might one thing you might need to consider is you might need to keep like you got a 55-gallon tank. You might need to like find like a 60 or 80-gallon garbage can, nice clean new one that could hold water, is strong enough to hold water, and maybe drop an air hose and a heater in there. Put the heater like on a dinner plate and then drop it down so it doesn't melt the bucket, and do your prime there like the day before or 2 days before, like if you're going to do your water changes every 3 days, because sometimes if you like in my house and in my city, the city puts a whole bunch of crap in the water and you just don't know what's going to be there. A lot of it'll just gas off in a day or two, but if you go straight in from the hose, and there's say extra ammonia in the water that day, boom, dead fish. It's so I keep a reservoir. I pre-treat my water. I preheat my water so it matches the tank, and then when I drain my tank, it comes out of the reservoir instead of the tap. That way, there's no bubbles in the water, because if you got like my tap water makes a lot of micro bubbles when I'm filling my tank. You see a whole bunch of little bubbles float around, and that doesn't bother normal fish. But discus, because of their weird slime coat, those bubbles will stick right to the slime coat, and then it like acts like a little air balloon, and it just starts lifting the slime coat off them. So they start looking like they've got the plague, and their slime coats are just dripping off them. And so yeah, don't tap fill, I guess, is good advice.
Okay. And Bunny Viper
Thanks,
said
Bunny, for the sub. I think I subbed you back. I sub everyone back, or I certainly try to. Thanks. I'm trying with the fish in the channel. I've always wanted to keep discus since I was a kid. I just never had the time, and I've been retired early, so now's my time. I just the I don't mean keep the fish in the trash can. It's just keep his water change water.
Just the water change water.
Yeah, it's a little cheaper than a tank. I'm using a 70-gallon tank for my reservoir just because I got it for free and I didn't have a trash can. But I'm probably going to buy big trash cans because they take up less space and move that 70-gallon down my basement.
Yes, I'm always goofing, Laura. I'm always goofing. That's how I am. I'm a goofball. I gotta joke around a lot. I just gotta keep my happiness, and that's why I share it with everybody. My sadness and my aggravation, I keep it to myself. But sometimes it's good to talk about it. But me, I do it different. And Laura, what is I'm not too technical with all this good stuff here. What is ADK?
I think she meant ask. ASK.
Thanks, Laura.
Oh. And discus, we got, no, I missed it. Damn it. There it is. From Laura. Beautiful fish, by the way, discus north.
Thanks, Laura. They're coming along nice. They've still probably got about, my oldest one's got about 5 more months of growing left. And the medium guys, they've probably got about 7, 8 months left. So they're going to get much bigger.
Hey, Discus North, do you watch Joy of Fish Keeping?
No. I think I've been there and I've liked a bunch of videos real quick just to, because I try and do that for everyone.
He has a few discus, but like he has 2 different tanks. One of them got 2 huge ones in there, and then the other one they're big, but not quite as big as those 2 that are in their own tank.
Yeah, that happens a lot. It's that first 15 months. You really gotta keep the conditions really good, and you got to keep them eating real good and make sure that they don't pick up any illnesses, or as few as possible, and correct them as quickly as possible. A lot of people will only end up with a 5 or a 6 inch discus. I may only end up with, like, my biggest ones right now are probably 7, 8 inch range. But some of them, if you really do your work properly, you could get a 12 inch discus, and like that fish is valuable if you pull that off. You get a tank full of 10 or 12 inch discus, that's money if you wanted to sell them per se. But it's also winning the discus game, because that's what you're trying to do with these fish. That's what I'm trying to do with them. Everybody's different, but you get them young, and you buy them young, because if you grow them your way and you can keep things stable for them for that 15 months, it's a huge commitment. But then you get your 9 to 12 inch discus instead of your 5 to 7 inch discus. And I think that's maybe what you were describing, is you've seen the difference between a discus that made it the whole way and a discus that got something slowed it down along the way. So they only got 15 months. And if you lose like 2 months to, internal parasites that you didn't notice, that fish is not going to make the grade. He's going to be small.
And Bunny Viper likes the metallic Turkish. Turkish.
They call those brilliant turquoise, and then the ones with the broken patterns that look similar are just the basic turquoise. The basic turquoise is very similar to a wild-looking discus, and the brilliant turquoise has the long connected lines. Interestingly enough, the parents of my discus, the ones that look like that, threw both types of babies. There was the long line ones and the broken line ones. They're brothers and sisters, most of those.
And the one that I also like is the discus that I've been looking at is they looks a little bit like red and they got that white face.
Yeah, he's the newest one I bought, and he's the youngest discus in that tank, and he growing like a bad weed. Like the yellow one was bigger than him just a few weeks ago, and he's just going crazy. He's gorgeous.
Hold on, don't move it. Go ahead. Look at that.
Yeah, that's another one. Nice. Whose fish is that?
Whose fishes are those?
That's a dude, Joya Fish Keeping. He's in New York.
Yeah.
And he's got a bunch of tanks. I know 2 of them are discus tanks, but on this one, he's got those. I mean, you see his hand looks small compared to those 2 discus.
Yeah, they can really grow. And shape, you're after shape too. Like if you want them round instead of shaped like a football. So, I mean, genes determine that to a degree, but it's also growing conditions. And I guess the biggest mistake people probably make with discus is they think while they're growing that you only have to feed them maybe 2-3 times a day, but it's actually like more like 6 to 8 times a day.
So how do you do that if you have a job?
You buy feeders.
Oh, okay.
And if you got to be gone all day, then you buy 2 feeders and you stagger them so that every 2 hours instead of every 4 hours,
That's insane.
Yeah. And you get them through that way. And then you give them your protein before you leave by hand, before you leave for work. And then when you get back at night before you go to bed, you give them a little extra protein. And you'd have to do that for 15 months. But I mean, if you're a busy person and you're making lots of money, then you can probably just afford adults, right? Like if you buy one $200 adult every paycheck, it doesn't take you long to have, in a few months, you'll have yourself a nice little fleet. So
what's going on, George?
If you buy
so
adults
for $200, you would get like a 12-inch one, or how much would a 12-inch one be?
No, for $200, you're probably going to get like a 6 or 7 inch discus that still has time to grow. And what you want to look for is the eye to body size ratio. You want the eye to be very small compared to the rest of the body, like the orange one with the white face we were just looking at. Okay, I bought him a short while ago at 3 inches, and he's already coming up on 5 very quickly. And because he's growing so well, you'll notice that he's got very small eye compared to his body. So when you're selecting a discus at the store, that's the primary thing you want to look at, is that eye to body size ratio. I made that mistake in the beginning because I didn't know any better, and I actually bought a couple stunted discus, and because they were stunted before I got them, I couldn't fix them. And stunted discus will die if they get stunted at the 3 inch size. They will die because their eyes keep growing. And you'll see that. I actually have one in my tank that's got this problem right now. She's one of the striped ones, and she's small. And the eyes will keep growing, and their brain will keep growing, but their body doesn't grow. So you can imagine what's happening inside their brain case, right? Their brain is growing, but their skull is staying small, and it causes encephalitis, and it'll kill them.
So the body will stay short, but their brain and their eyes and their intestines will grow.
Yeah, and the innards, yeah, and it kills them. So It's very, very important to look at that eye to body size ratio. And looking at that orange guy with the white face, he's the, like, if you see a fish that looks like him in the 3-inch range with little tiny eyes and a nice big round body and a thick head, they want if they got skinny little razor thin foreheads, don't buy them. They're sick. There's something wrong with them. Just pass it up. Even if he's got the prettiest colors in the world, don't buy him. He's going to die. They got to have thick foreheads. They got to be nice and round, and they got to have tiny eyes. You want to be able to count, at least if you drew a straight line from the top of the bottom where their eyeball is, where the black stripe is normally on a baby. You want to be able to fit at least 4, preferably 5 eyeballs in that stripe from top to bottom on its face. And yeah, 4. It depends how small. The smaller the fish is, it'll be 4. If it's like a 4 or 5-inch fish, you want to like maybe fit 5 eyeballs in there. But that's sort of, it's all about the eyes. Really look at their eyes when you're purchasing them, and their foreheads. Small eyes, thick foreheads, buy them. Skinny foreheads, big eyes, don't touch it with a 10-foot pole. It took me about 6 months to figure all that out. So I just saved you hundreds of dollars of buying the wrong fish, because I lost money on that. I had some deaths. I'm probably going to have another one. And she's stunted because she's fussy and she won't eat nothing but bloodworms, and there's not enough nutrition in the damn bloodworms. She eats some beef heart, but not enough of it. And she eats some flakes, but there's not enough in the flakes. If she would eat the damn pellets, she would grow, but she won't do it. So the vitamins are in the pellets, apparently. Every time I get the fish to eat the pellets, they grow like mad, those Tetra pellets. And they're cheap. So don't buy the $40 stuff. It's a waste.
Thank you for all the pointers that I'll be needing for those discus.
Yeah. The eyeballs.
That tank.
Focus on the eyeballs.
But me, I got to set up the saltwater tank first before I get into the discus.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. I'm looking forward to seeing that. I'm afraid to do saltwater. So hats off to you. I'm afraid to do it. I don't know why. I just think it's going to cost too much.
I'm a little afraid. I'm just going to go ahead and try.
Yeah.
And try to do the best I can. And if it doesn't work out for me, it doesn't work out for me. But I'm going to try to do the best I can. And it doesn't hurt to try.
No, it doesn't.
It's like just like with the guppies. Even though I was just trying to stay with one type only, but I just couldn't help it. I was like, oh, let me get that one. Let me get that other one. Let me get this one. Let me get that one. And now it's over 200 guppies in this tank. And they're still dropping babies left and right. And it's all mixed. So that's my mutt guppy. Let me rephrase it. This is Lady Shimmy Shimmy's guppies. Because she was the one that took my 65, and I set it up for her, so she could get all the guppies out of the 20-gallon long that we had them. And they were just dropping more babies. And then I started seeing the mothers were just holding the eggs, holding the babies in. So I said, let me just get all these guppies out of there and put them in the 65 and leave the mothers over there. And as soon as I did that, all the babies, they started dropping all the babies. And when they got big enough, I started putting them in here. And they drop on another set, we'll put them in here. I was just doing that. But now, there's no more in the room in the 20 gallons. So now that's an empty 20-gallon long. And I got all the guppies in here. I got my Fajaka that he's happy, Mr. Walter himself, and my Oscars, and my Gar, my Common Pleco, they're doing good, and my Super Red Parrot is doing good. My Frontosas, my Red-Eye Tetras, my Black Neons, and my White Spotted Pike. He's doing good, and my 2 Jack Dempseys are doing good. So everybody's doing great. I'm just keeping an eye on all of them. And I try to do the best I can. and dedicate everything the best way I can. And I know everybody's waiting for the fish room tour, but I'm still working on everything I can because it's just with work. And when I get home, doing my water changes, maintain the fishes, check them out, how they doing, taking care of stuff with mom and pops, taking care of Lady Shimmy and my son and everybody. I got so much on my plate. I'm doing the best I can.
The best you can is all you need to do.
And it's only one Garcia. Even though I did a video that was two Garcia Juarez, let's go. And it's only one Garcia.
Well, you know, soon Elon's going to have a robot, and you can call him
No robot.
Garcia.
No, I don't want no robot. He said come out of nowhere. It'll go haywire.
I kind of want one.
I don't want that.
I'm just going to keep a hammer nearby, just in case.
Nah, it's going to be like the Terminator. You will destroy it, and it will rebuild itself.
Like I've been with my ladies for almost 10 years, but probably been with her that long because I live in my place and she lives at her place. So I need a robot because I don't have a lady in the house. That's going to be my solution. Because she's like, I'm only looking after one house. She wants me to move in, if I move in there, I got to get rid of all my shit. So I'm not ready for that. I don't want to do it. No.
Lucky I found the right one.
Yeah.
Because
I guess that's it.
When the first time she came to my house, she goes, Jesus, this is like a pet shop. This is my hobby. I'm a YouTuber and I'm a fish hobbyist. And I love it.
Yeah, I'd be lucky if I could have a fish tank over there. So I just stay here and I can have as many as I want. It works out that way. She's just down the street, so it's real easy. It's not like a problem. We just have our own places. We eat dinner together and all the rest. You know what I mean?
Just have a better tank in her house.
Yeah, that was like when I was 9. So I had betas and I bred them and stuff, and it was fun. But I like doing things I haven't done before, and like the discus, I haven't done it before, so I'm doing that. I'm probably gonna grab some German rams because I haven't had them ever before. They look neat.
Hey George, are you very busy or you just getting ready to go to work soon? Danny, how you doing? I'm the only Rodriguez, and you're the only Garcia that don't own bodegas in New York. I love my bodegas, but there used to be a few bodegas when I was young. In some of those grocery stores, they couldn't have the bread in the morning to sell because Garcia used to take them. That was my young days. I used to take those breads. Hanging out with the wife. Oh, nice. By the way, tell the lady, the lady of the house that I said Happy Mother's Day. DJ Cookie Fish grew up in 207 Broadway. Uh-oh. Remember that train station, Dykeman? And sometimes those train conductors, they used to say, instead of saying Dykeman, they used to say Dickman Street. Corona. Oh, good old Corona. Look at that. We got Dykeman. We got Corona. And the only one here so far from Washington Heights, Little Dominican Republic. That's awesome. She said, and thank you. So what's good, Danny? What's good, Danny? Oh, DJ Guppyfish, she's from Astoria. I used to hang out in Astoria. Put it this way, you could never hardly find Garcia, because Garcia was always in all 5 boroughs. Jump on the train and go somewhere else. If I wanted to stay in my block, I stayed in my block. If I didn't want to stay in my block, I was going to another borough. Hey, Danny, the link is right here. If you want to come up, you're more than welcome. So, yeah, man. Discus, wedding, work,
Excuse me.
editing videos. Like I was saying, wedding, discus, mom and pops, work, and home, working on all this. And sooner or later, Garcia Aquatics got to be painting the house too. Ah, you can't forget about that mango. That mango. And especially those Dominican breakfasts, it was like you were having dinner. Yep. But Little Manhattan, 15 minutes away, if that, from George Washington Bridge. That's where I grew up at. Lived over there for 28 years. And New York never sleeps. And those 5 boroughs never sleep. It was always partying from morning to night. Yep. I was that Puerto Rican kid in the summer on my neck with a snake around around your neck. Yeah, they were always saying that. Oh, that guy is crazy. He got a snake. You know, he's doing this, doing that. That's how it was in New York. But that was the good old days. That's how it was, Danny. You already know. And by the way, the girls from Mark's Ark, they send their regards. They say, hello, where's Danny? We want Danny to come back. They want Danny to come back to Mark's Ark. And if you can, Danny, whenever you want, take a vacation, come down. And especially when you come down and we go over there and I tell them that I got a surprise, they will be very happy to see you, Danny. Especially Danielle. You mean Dykeman, not Duckman. Oh, no problems with that. But whenever you want to come down, just hit me up. My email is garciaquatics@gmail.com. Garciaquatics@gmail.com. That's my email, Danny. So you can hit me up there. Or anybody. You can hit me up on that. But I'll be in Long Island in August. In August, I'm going up there. I'll be in Long Island. And I'm gonna try to do it as a 4-day weekend. I'm gonna do a 4-day weekend because I'm gonna try to see everybody and get everything done. Listen to those chips going. Listen to those chips. Crunch, crunch.
Oops, I forgot. My bad.
That's all right. No problem, GMC. Thank you for coming and thank you for your support and all the love. And in 15 minutes, I'll probably be shutting this down. So just let me know when you're coming down, Danny. Just let me know when you're coming down. It'll be nice to see you guys, to see you down here and take you to Mark's Ark and surprise the girls. And seeing all my tanks, and it looks like a little pet store here. And especially hanging out with one of the brothers from New York would be nice. And then who knows if we decide to go down south to neighborhood fish farm, and we could also go to consolidated fish farm. Some of these fish farms and stuff like that, we could have fun. But I wish I could have some reptiles in my house, but that's the only thing that Lady Shimmy Shimmy won't accept in the house. She would like to see it, but not in the house. We'll see everything. We have a great time. So, Danny, what are you keeping now? Are you keeping some reptiles and fish, or not? So discus north, the best thing for me to do is where the discus is the two FX4s, two sponge filters, hand back,
Yep.
and enough plants.
Yep. Plants for sure. I wouldn't put your plants in your gravel or your soil. Try and mount them on something so you can move them around, because you're gonna like gravel vac. If you put plants in the ground, you won't gravel vac there, and you gotta be able to clean up real good. So I put my plants I mount them on decor, so I could just move the decor around, and the plants move with it. And then I clean up underneath. If you put them in the ground, it's okay, but I don't know. There's people out there that believe planted tanks and growing discus don't mix because it'll make your discus get stunted. And I think they're noticing that because they can't gravel vacuum a densely planted tank. You uproot your plants and wreck everything. And because they're not vacuuming, it's too dirty. And because it's too dirty, they stunt their fish. So if you can keep your plants in a way that you can move them around easily and clean underneath them, that's the best way to manage your plants. Then you don't have that problem.
And what will be a good substrate for them?
What I've done and what I find the best is don't go too thick. Too thick is bad because it'll hold more dirt, right? More dirt you can't see, and it'll take you longer to clean it, which is the other reason you don't want to go with like half a foot. Don't do the father fish thing in 6 feet of substrate. Just all you need is maybe an inch and a half, enough to just cover the bottom well. And so that's your total height. And of that, go 50% gravel, 50% sand. And when it all settles into each other, what happens is the sand fills in all the little spaces so that no poop and food can actually fall between the gravel. And then when you're doing your gravel vacuum, the gravel stops the sand from getting sucked up. So it's a 50-50 gravel and sand, keeps the dirt out of it and makes it easy to clean. And you only need about an inch and a half.
All right.
That's what I've noticed. And my gravel's sort of light beige, and then I use black sand so I can see the contrast between them while I'm cleaning. And then after I gravel vac, you see a mess of black sand, but within a day, all the sand settles back down, and you don't see it anymore, and it just looks like gravel again. That keeps all the poop out of the gravel, because that's another problem. Like a lot of people will say, don't use gravel with discus, because if you only use gravel, there's a lot of spaces between the gravel, and the poop will get down in there, and then you've got a collection of dirt. And if dirt sits in the water too long, it'll foul the water, and the water has to be as perfect as you can make it to get the best result. So you don't want that poop sitting in that gravel. So I just fill those spaces with the sand, and then that keeps all the poop on top. The heavy flow from your two FX4s will pick that up off the bottom, and your filters will suck up the poop instead of it sitting in your gravel. And it works really well for me.
All right. Animal Instinct, congratulations. You passed your 200. Now let's go for that 300. Now let's go for that 300. Let's go for that 300. Keep it up. You're doing a great job. Keep it up, buddy. Keep it up.
Oh, I already subbed them.
Thank you, Monster Fish Gal. There it is, Danny. Just go on the fishfam link. All my links are there. The
Tarantulas, that's amazing.
He was over 200 species: tarantulas, centipedes, millipedes, true spiders, and everything in between. Wow. And also, I'm just an aquascaper now. Have a couple of nano tanks, some exotic roaches that I breed, and sell here and there. Nice. Hey, that's what we're here for. We got to support each other. We got to help out each other. I always try to do the best I can. Everybody that helps me, I help them. And the ones that don't want to help me, I still help them no matter what. Like I said earlier, I'm a different breed.
Oh, right on. Nice webpage.
Hey, Danny, do you have a YouTube channel? It would be nice if you have a YouTube channel for everybody to check out your channel and so they can see your aquascaping and stuff that you have. If you have a YouTube channel, it'd be nice. And just to let everybody know, if you want to just get into the hobby and you want to have a YouTube channel, stuff like that, and you don't want to show your face and you just want to be the voice behind the video, behind the scenes for the video, there's a lot of videos out like that. There's some people don't like to show their face, but they got the videos and great content. And they could do that way too.
Yeah, I generally don't like to show my face, but I'm even beating around the bush here and showing you a picture of me instead because I don't want to. I haven't shaved in a couple days. You know what I mean? And my glasses, I hate them. So,
Look at me.
yeah, I know. Mine are worse than
I'm a
theirs.
sorry.
I'm blind.
I'm a sorry SOB.
Yeah. Well, it comes, you get into 50s, you're getting a pair of glasses. That's the is to it, right?
Yep, I'm in the 50s.
Me
But
too.
I've been wearing glasses since I've been 4 years old.
I had to wear them when I was little, but then I didn't have to wear them after I was like 10 or 11. And then I started having to wear them again when I was in my mid to late 40s.
Well, it's getting close to that 2 hour mark.
There it is. Log those hours.
But on my live stream is showing 148 and my laptop is saying 11:50. But it's all right. And guys, if you haven't seen Danny R, there's his there's his link to his channel. Go ahead and subscribe to him. Let's help him out and check out his channel. Thank you, Master Fish Cow. Go ahead, guys, and check out his channel. See what it's all about, and let's help him out. Wrong one.
Oh. A Grommy. I would say it's probably, how big is the Paradise ones? The ones that get crazy huge. I'm not sure. I'm not a big Grommy guy. But I would expect. I'm just looking it up now. 6.7 centimeters. Yeah, they'd be fine because they're going to be smaller than the discus. As long as they're not bigger and bullying the discus, they'll be fine. 4-inch, yeah. I wouldn't put baby discus with an adult Grommy. Let's put it that way. But if you put baby Grommy with baby discus, you shouldn't have an issue, as long as they're not going to get bullied. Because if the discus start feeling stressed out, they'll stop eating, and then it's just decline from there. They'll stop eating. They'll get sick and they'll die. That's so. But Grommys, in my experience, and I mean, I haven't owned any for like 20 years, but they tend to be docile and just swim around like an angelfish. They're more peaceful than an angelfish, if I remember correctly. And you can mix angelfish with discus pretty well, again, as long as they're not bigger. Otherwise, then they start to bully. So, although you can mix a lot of stuff with discus. The thing you want to really pay attention to is, can that fish deal with warmer water? Because although you can run a discus at 82 degrees, you don't want to run them below 85. Probably you don't want to run them below 86, because a lot of parasites function at 85 degrees and below. So if you keep your temperature at 86 and up, I keep mine between 86 and 87, because it acts as a layer of defense. Stuff like ick and other parasites, they kind of go to sleep if it gets too warm, and they don't do their job. So it helps keep your fish safe, and that's why discus keepers will keep a warm tank.
All right, and there it is. She was lady Master Fish Girl says the paradise fish tends to be aggressive.
Okay, yeah, if it's aggressive, then I wouldn't do it either. But people say that about my eel. I have a half-banded spiny eel, also known as a zigzag eel, and everyone told me it would be bad, and I put him in, not a problem. Yeah, they've swim together, they get along fine. And 4 discus, and they all died one by one when I moved them from one tank to another. Oh yeah, maybe it was a pH swing. The slightest thing will just take them down if you don't notice it right away. It was probably a pH, big change in the pH.
Danny R. One thing I gotta tell you, Danny R. You got some awesome videos here. And guys, come on, let's help him out. He got 121 subscribers. We gotta get him up there. Let's help him out. Come on, guys, hit that like, hit that subscribe button and that like button, and make sure you watch his videos and leave a comment. It will help him out, and let's help him. We could do this. So the best temperature for the discus has got to be 86 and up.
At least above 85, but yeah, I would say 86 and up, because if you set it at 85, then you got the 1 degree variance, so it'll actually drop down to 84 before the heater kicks in, and at 84 the parasites will wake up and do their job. So yeah.
How about 87? Starting off at 87?
Yeah, I set mine at 87. It drops between 86 and 87. It gets as low as 86, and then it takes it back up to 87. And I have nice clear fins, all the right things you want to see. If I drop down to like below 85, I'll see milky fins and basically signs that the fish is struggling with its immune response.
Animal Instinct. Go ahead and check out Discus North videos, and you'll get some educating stuff in there, so you won't be so skeptical about getting any more.
and take my advice with a grain of salt. I'm a guy that's been intensely studying them for the last year, but before then I knew nothing about discus. So it's been a trial and error process of elimination sort of game, but I'm getting there, and so far so good. I've had losses. I definitely had losses in the beginning, mostly, but and that was with very small, tiny.
And Discus North, Animal Instinct, he's up to you and to Danny R. So you guys got stuff from each other, so help out each other. And anybody that needs an advice on aquascaping or planting tanks, just hit up Danny R and check out his videos. And like he said over here, thank you, brother. I'm working on creating more aquascapes to make more videos. So be on the lookout. Make sure you got your notification bell turned on for you won't miss any of his aquascaping that he's going to be doing. It might be working for your tank, or it could work for something else, but you never know. It's good to watch everybody else's videos and check out their advice and stuff like that. And I got somebody that's trying to come in, and it's Brandon.
There he is.
What you doing awake? What you doing awake?
I've been actually asked Jim because on this predatory fish keeping channel I wasn't subscribed to your channel, but for some reason I was subscribed to Jim, and I asked him if anybody was going live tonight because I was thinking of going live, and I've been in and out of your live for like about 2-3 hours maybe, but I've been meaning to come in, but I just got home, so.
And I got a friend of mine here, Danny R. He got some videos out, and let me get it right here.
Aqua
Yep. His name is Danny B. Danny B. Scaping. Check out his videos, and we try to help him to get to at least to his 200. But he's going to be dropping some more videos. He's going to be doing some more escaping and stuff like that. So let's help him out, and let's show all the support. Because we're always helping out each other, and it's always good to help out somebody. But they've been helping us, so we got to help them too. And it's a lot of things. We got to help out each other.
Who else is here?
We got Discus North that's here.
Hello.
Gotcha. I didn't know if it was because it's just like somebody's face that is.
Yeah.
He usually don't show his face. He's always behind the camera.
Nice.
So, and he likes to show all his discus, and he's one of the experts. They're still learning, like all of us, because we're all experts, but we're still learning. We still learn, and he's showing all his discus that he has and how he's been taking care of them and how he does it.
Yeah, I actually have a friend that is also a friend of.
What's up, George?
It's also just talking about George. It's David. He's a friend of ours. Probably lives like 6 minutes away from me. And his channel is also kind of based in discus and African cichlids, and he maybe he hasn't talked about it, right? But I know because my dad does construction for him, so he actually built an addition on his basement, or I guess open up his basement more, so he can have some sort of a gallery. So he has maybe like a couple 125 gallons and a 180, and he has a bunch of discus too.
Good sizes for discus. Big, but not too big to do lots of water changes.
Danny, the reason why they moved to New York is because some of the fishes that they like to keep, they couldn't keep in Florida, and that's why they moved to New York, and they could keep over there. And so many things that's going on in Florida. You know, with the put it this way, with the FWC,
More business
eh,
opportunity. Let's put it like that.
they don't want us to have, and that's why predatory fish had to move. Because you
Plus, they
know
also
they had to,
also
even though they
got with
had,
the other guy. No, go. I'm sorry, Garcia. Go ahead.
and especially with the stingrays that they couldn't keep here either. So up in New York and Pennsylvania and all those places, that some people got enough space for those big fishes. So that's another reason why they move up there.
Now, I also think they joined. They're joined. Their business with. Is it stinger biology or what's his
Yeah,
name?
stingray biology, and it's Kevin and Rod. They're both together. They've been in business together for a long time. Even when they used to order their fish, stingray biology did what he had to do over there with the quarantine and stuff like that before he sent it to Rod, and then Rod did a little bit of quarantine, and then he did everything.
Nice.
Some arowanas you could keep, but
If the Asian,
the Asian arowana is very illegal to have, and you got to get papers. You got to get it has to be a microchip. If you get an Asian arowana, don't quote me. I might be wrong, but the only way you can get the papers for those, if you're doing educational, you can get papers for those, and that's the only way that you can keep Asian arowana.
is it? Do you know the reason, Garcia, why we can have the common arowana and some of the other common ones, but we can't have the Asian one?
That's what I'm saying. There is no. It's I don't know what it is. It's just like also like the snakeheads. Also, other places they could have it, but we can't.
No, I
But for
mean
the Asian arowana,
the whole U.S. can't, right?
I believe not. But you could look it up on the FWC, and they will tell you a little more about it. And with the Asian arowana, it's very hard to get. You got to get it from China or somewhere, but you got to get the papers for it, and it has to be microchipped. And the only people that could really have the Asian arowana with no problem is going to be Canada.
In Mexico.
Yep, and those are the only ones that could have it with no problem. But for us, we got to get the papers, and you got to tell them why are you want to keep it, because you want to do an educational of fish keeping about the Asian arowana, the behavior and how they are and stuff like that. They look so beautiful because one I want, and I know it costs a lot of money, is the super red arowana, Asian arowana, the super red, and it has that little bit right on the scales. It has that little bit of black on it. Gives it a beautiful contrast to it.
It's not the one that it's not the ones that like Joey has, right?
It's almost similar to that.
Okay. Yeah, George. Is George alive?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm just listening. I don't have anything to add to that conversation because I don't know anything about arowana.
Okay. Can you tell us about the nano fishes?
Sure. What do you want to know?
Can you tell us about the tadpoles and maybe the mosquito larvae?
Yeah, don't let mosquito larvae get to full adults because then they become mosquitoes.
Oh
No,
yeah,
no,
you're right.
I was just listening. I mean, I'm listening. I'm learning from you guys because I don't keep arowanas. It's not a fish that really interests me. So, but it doesn't mean that I can't learn. So,
Yeah.
if I don't know
And
something, the best way to learn is to listen.
Garcia. Um, Whenever they started banning the snakeheads, and I found out about the snake, I kind of knew because of the MFK forums about the snakeheads. But whenever the river monsters kind of did an episode about the snakeheads in Florida and whatnot, whenever they started banning them and whatever, um, I wanted one so bad. Like you don't know how bad. Like you would go on YouTube and you would search up a snakehead and them just attacking the
these are
coast.
beautiful.
It was
Yeah.
man. It was. But since we can't keep it, I really want to buy some snakehead veta fish. Or yeah, this called snakehead or yes, I think something like that. Snakehead betta fish. I don't know if you ever seen them.
Hey Danny, I'm not closing on him or nothing like that. But the thing is, when I like to joke with George, I keep some nano fishes myself too. I got 125 gallon with red red tetras, black neons, um, panda cories, pepper cories, um, albino bristlenose, super red bristlenose. I keep them there. And with the snakeheads, the reason why I like the snakehead is because the beautiful color they have, and also they said those are tank busters because the way they are, they will bust your tank. And for the Asian arowanas or any arowanas, they get too big, and you gotta have at least, I could be wrong, but three to 400 gallon tank for they could be okay, but it could go more.
Yeah, definitely. You need
I know, Monster Fish Cow. Oh, come on, guys! I'm not being a bad guy with the nano fishes. I'm not being a bad guy. I love them both. I love them small and I love them big.
that's
But
what she said.
my big,
That's what she said. Joker joke.
I don't know what you're talking about.
But no, yeah, for sure. Like what I was saying is I forgot Garcia. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Garcia. You just made me lose thought.
No, we were talking about the arowanas, the snakeheads, and the size of tanks. Try to help you out to try to.
How has anyone here thought of building a plywood tank?
Mm. I've been thinking about that, but I know it's gonna be a lot of work. Look at those. Look at that fish tank. Look how beautiful. It
I
does feel like a jungle.
Hey,
I like
watch out for George. She's gonna become the next breeder. Just give him about 5 years and you'll see.
Oh, it's
ooh,
going to take more than 5 years. Well, it's going to take about 10, 15 years to really become a proficient breeder.
We can wait, no problem.
Well, that's why I started now because I figured it'd take me, by the time I get ready to retire, I might have figured out a couple of species.
Quick question: How do you guys find? Give me the secret because I'm not married yet. How do you guys find all this time to do lives for hours and hours constantly every week?
my woman has her own apartment. I got my own
Nice.
my own house.
Let's
She lives
go.
down the street. So
Is
yeah.
that a true thing or you're just kidding?
No, that's the deal. It's been almost 10 years like that.
Beautiful.
And we just kind of like it, so we don't change anything.
And with me, I spend time with her. Whatever she needs, I give it to her the best I can. But when I tell her, man, I think I gotta go live. Okay, go ahead. Because she already knew when we first met. I'm a YouTuber and I'm doing a lot of videos and I do lives. So she accepted it.
If
Nice.
my girl was here, she would not let me do this in front of her. She would want my attention. Yeah. So that's why I stay like this.
Hey George, what is that you're using to clean the tank?
Oh, it's just an algae scraper with a blade.
Are you have you not have you ever like had an issue maybe scratching the tank?
No, not really. I mean, it's a glass aquarium. I wouldn't do it in an acrylic aquarium,
No,
but the glass one.
no, yeah, I get it. Have you tried using like a plastic razor by chance?
Not on glass.
Okay, yeah, because for some reason on my 125, I have like some really deep scratches, but I think it's because I tried cleaning the glass with a sponge, and I might have picked up a couple grains of the sand.
Oh, I mean, this will scratch. The blade will scratch your glass if you depending on the angle you take on it. I mean, I've done it when I was first starting to learn how to use it. I didn't have it, really flat. I had it like at an angle, and I've
Hmm.
scratched the hell out of glass. And the worst part is you can't get rid of those scratches if you scratch them with a blade.
Yeah.
So, but after a while, you kind of figure it out and you kind of know what angle to take, and it just makes quicker work. I've tried using the plastic, but it's just you work much harder to try to achieve the same outcome that you would with the regular razor blades.
Yeah, I'm tired of sticking my hand in that 125. I have to use like a small stool, and then my hand hurts and my armpit hurts, and I'm over there scrubbing the algae.
Oh, oh,
Uh,
Gotta get a
uh,
ladder.
Master Fish Girl says, "What a beautiful tank,
Thank you,
George."
thank you.
And
I'm doing a water change on it because I haven't changed the water in this one in a long time. Kind of looking a little dirty.
and Brandon, this is what Danny says: a woman who is cool with you doing what you got for your passion is the woman who you stick with.
Agreed.
And Danny, if you have a tank nearby you or anything like that, just click on this link right here. If you're on your laptop or on your phone, just click on that, and and you can come right up like I have everybody here, and they can show their tanks. And if you want to do a escaping on here, we can set that up, and we could do that. That's why I give you my email. Therefore, we can set it up, and you can do a light. We could do a live stream you escaping the tank and showing people how to do it the way you do it. They might work for somebody. It might work for somebody, or maybe not. But at least you're showing.
George, what are you using for to clean the tank?
The only Fritz product I believe in.
Fritz.
That's the only one. I don't believe in anything else they make.
Could you
That's just wind. It's just Windex inside that bottle.
rebrand it? Yeah.
Huh?
Do you think that maybe a little bit of if you put it in a spray bottle, maybe a drop or two of like Dawn soap and water and mix it? Do you think that would also work pretty good?
I'm sure it will. I got this as a sampler kit, so that's why I use it. Now, I'm going to tell you the real reason on the real on this product. What I like about it, one, it doesn't smell like ammonia, like Windex per se, and the other one, it leaves a film on the glass that you don't get the real bad hard water spots. It prevents you from. I mean, you'll get water spots, but you can wipe them off real easy. You don't have to scrape them off. And that's the only reason why I really do like this product. Other than that, you know, I just don't. Well, it's not that I don't believe in them. I don't need their products. I don't need anybody's product.
He said, "I don't need anybody."
Well, it's not that I don't need anybody. I just don't need their product. I mean, I've been doing this long enough to figure out that a little bit of patience and a little bit of know-how, you can do what you need to do. And the biggest key is patience. You got to have patience.
Hey George,
Yeah.
Danny says Fritz glass cleaner, it's amazing. It repels water too.
It does
So
what?
it repels water.
It repels water.
Oh,
Like if you drop some water on the glass after you clean
yeah.
it.
That's what I'm.
What happened, George?
Nope,
Oh,
CC'd.
George.
Oh, what happened?
He got disconnected.
George.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Have you guys ever heard about ceramic coating for like vehicles and stuff like that?
No.
So I'm wondering.
So
Oh,
I did the
What
rookie
happened?
move. I did the rookie
Oh.
move. I hit the wrong back button. Parezco nuevo.
no mames, way.
I should know better. I live stream to know better. Yeah, I just hit the wrong back button.
Hey, George, those plants that you have on that tank, are those like what you would call them?
Jungle
Like
valve?
high maintenance plants? Is that what you call them, or high like?
Oh, low. They're low tech. They're the most basic plants you can buy. It's jungle bell.
I like it a lot. I have to. I want
What?
a pistogramma so bad.
Okay. Everybody asks me, what's your favorite plant? I have to say it's jungle bell because you don't need to do anything to it. You could trim it, and you have to pull out the excess if it gets to places you don't want it. But it makes you look like you know what the hell you're doing. All you got to do is set it and forget it. It'll do it. It'll work. It'll do all the work for you. Let me put it to you like that.
Jungle bell, you said?
Yeah. Just good old Val. It's the most basic, easiest plant you could find. The only thing is you need to have you do need to have a little bit either neutral or hard water. I don't think it does too well in soft water.
That's why I don't have no problems because I got that hard water.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the most basic plant. I mean, it makes you look. It doesn't take a whole lot to make a tank look like it's full, and then it grows over the top. So you could trim it. I don't like trimming it because the last time I did it on a different aquarium, it didn't grow back. But I think I did it right before going into the summer, and once it got real hot, it didn't do. It was struggling because once the winter rolled around, it came back. But I don't know. It does pretty well in higher temperatures, though. But there's higher temperatures, and then there's Arizona temperatures, which are outrageous. I'm surprised my fish don't die. It's like right now, while we're doing the live stream earlier, it's like 92 degrees inside the garage already.
Jesus.
And you had that fan. I know you had that fan running on you.
Oh yeah, you can hear it. It's blowing right now.
Ooh. It's just, and watch it. You gotta be careful. You don't want no dust to be flying around. Just remember,
Dust is no problem. That's more dirt for the bottom of the aquarium. It'll settle down.
Doesn't get that hot up here too much, but when it does, I freeze 2-liter bottles and I throw them in. I throw them in my sump, and it cools my tank down.
Oh, that's smart. Yeah, no, I would be doing that all. That's all I would ever be doing if I did that.
Yeah,
So,
you just nonstop.
yeah, no, we get it right now. It's nice, but in the peak of summer, we range between 112, 114 almost every day.
Jesus.
The fish room, I mean, I can get it down to about 89. So that means the aquariums will be between 80, depending on what level of the ground, because I have them in racks. they'll vary between 86 being the coolest to about 89 being the hottest.
Yo,
That'd be
George,
perfect for my fish.
those
Yep.
don't even have heaters. Just open the door and just let the
Oh,
heat.
in the winter, I'm starting to slowly get rid of all my heaters. The only thing I still have heaters for when I'm for breeding purposes or trying to raise fry. But other than that, I don't run a lot of equipment, and I'm slowly going away from even running air. Um, I haven't gone away from it completely because in the summer I have to supplement.
Air?
Yeah, I gotta put air movement in the aquarium because it gets too hot. It'll deplete the oxygen inside
Right.
the aquarium.
So
Yep.
so
But
what would you substitute your
nothing.
filtration?
I run several aquariums where they don't have anything at all.
Gotcha.
Nothing. And I've been watching Lucas Bretz for several years now, and I've seen how he has turned his fish room without any filters or anything like that. So I've got enough know-how now that I think I can pull it off. The only reason I haven't done it as of now is because of the temperature. But once I get the mini split for the garage, and I'll set it for 80, 82 degrees. I'm going to go completely offline with all the other stuff. I don't need to run anything. It'll
Nice.
be quiet.
Hey guys, if you haven't seen this, Predatory Fish Keeping, he's doing a giveaway on his channel, but make sure you have subscribed to his channel, but it's a Spanish channel. He's going to be doing a giveaway. Brandon, tell us more about this. Tell us more about this giveaway.
Okay, so I'm doing a giveaway on my Spanish channel. For US the people who subscribe that are in the US, we're giving away an FX4, and for the people that are subscribed in Mexico, we're giving away Aquajet 400 liter per hour, I think, filter, which is equivalent to an FX4 for like the Mexican market, you could say. And I'm doing this giveaway with another YouTuber called Lobster Lab. The goal is for Lobster Lab to get to 8,000 subscribers. I believe he's almost at 7,000, and the goal for me is to get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of August of this year. So if we get those subscribers before August, then we will give the Fuba FX4 faster than obviously than the due date, I guess you could say.
Hey, Eugene, welcome. So, guys, if you haven't subscribed to Predatory Fish Keeping, that's in Spanish, hey guys, check out that channel. And the channel's right here on the screen. Even though it's Spanish, you know already you can hit that little button for the subtitles, if you can get it in English, and you can watch it, and you won't miss it. And that's another great thing about YouTube, that you can hit that, and you can get whatever language it is that the live stream is going. You can hit that, and you can listen to it, and you can read
There
it.
you go. There you go. There you go. George, did you know about my giveaway?
You had mentioned it on the live stream we did together.
I did.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, it's been. Yeah, I forget sometimes.
They said you got too much stuff on your plate. You're forgetting things. You're
Yeah.
thinking too much ahead, and you're forgetting about a little bit of the past.
Right. Let's ask this question to the chat and you guys. I want you guys' opinion. I had mentioned that I filled my pond back up. I think it's I'm gonna get ready here pretty soon to put some fish in there. What fish would you guys like to see on the channel or inside the pond?
Red tail
How many-
catfish.
How many gallons is it?
250.
What are you going to do with the fish?
Keep,
Are
keep
are you looking to sell them, or are you just gonna keep them for a season, or
No,
what are you doing?
I'm gonna keep them. Yeah, I'm gonna keep them.
I don't know. I see a
Yeah, I'm
250. You can go with a African cichlid community, or like a Mbuna or peacock.
mm,
You can do some South Americans, the medium size, kind of like the electric blue Acaras or yeah, Adiemas, cichlids. I guess all the different variation of Acaras. That would be real cool. There's like there's like 8 or 9 different species of Acaras. That
uh-huh.
would be a pretty cool aquarium.
Yeah, I just don't know here in St. Louis, the temperature changes are very weather just crazy. I just be kind of scared that like if it one day got a little cold.
But then you can go with goldfish.
Yeah.
Goldfish do real good. I've kept goldfish in 88, 89 water temperatures, and I know they can do cold too.
Okay.
How about if you do that? If you're gonna do that pond, how about putting in one side of the pond a little deeper than the other part? Because you know,
It's a
like
it's
if
a
you do
stock tank, I think.
no,
That's
but
like a stock tank. Yeah.
It's not a dugout pound,
oh,
and it's too small for koi.
Yeah.
It's too small for. Well, I guess you could do one Oscar or a couple of Oscars, maybe. It's just
I was thinking of maybe doing some like juveniles largemouth bass maybe.
there you go.
hey George, just an idea. Would you like to do a video on that product that you have right now, the way you're filling up the tank? Showing
The pro.
somebody,
Oh,
uh,
just the hose that I use to fill it up.
yeah,
Is that
make doing a DIY video on that.
I guess I could. It's simple. I mean, yeah, I could do it.
is that like did you get the idea from Aquarium Co-op by chance?
I got it from somebody. It's not my idea. I saw somebody had it, and I replicated what they did. It's just a 3/4 PVC. It's a T, 2 elbows. About I don't know 2 feet of 3/4 inch PVC pipe, and I put like a screw cap on the bottom, so you can attach it to the hose. It's a 3/4 inch and screw in, and you just attach it to any water hose. Most water hoses will fit. It's a standard size. So yeah, it's not very difficult.
I'll give you another idea so you can update it that I just thought about, George.
Okay.
You could do like a pressure wire quick connect,
Yeah.
and that way you don't have to screw it in. You could just bloop quick.
Yeah. I don't remove it though. It's basically permanently attached there.
I was
The only
saying
reason.
maybe it's an idea for like your viewers. You could give them as an option if there's
Oh.
people that have to disconnect it or whatnot.
Yeah. Yeah. No, this is a dedicated hose. That's why I had it. That's why I probably didn't share it, because it was kind of like something for my
you.
own purpose that I didn't even think about. Somebody else wanting to have it, but it's not hard. It's real simple. I have all the spare parts to put another one together, so I can definitely do it. The only thing that I would change differently is this part up here that goes over the aquarium. I should have made it wider to fit my my acrylic tanks, because I did it for regular standard tanks that have the frame on them, but with
Right.
acrylic they have a thicker band, and this one doesn't go around that. So that would be the only thing that I would have to figure out a way, either because it's glued in, but I think I could get away with friction, and I don't have to have it glued in, so that I could interchange it, because there's not a lot of pressure going through here, because basically you're opening up the water hose, and the water's just flowing, so there's no pressure being built up in here. And I got a shutoff valve on the hose right here, So there's never any pressure on this part. So I could have done almost everything from here up. Could have all been just friction. So you can modulate. As a matter of fact, I think the downspout, if I remember correctly, I haven't messed with this thing in a long time. It's not even glued because I was thinking, yeah, oh yeah, this is loose. Yeah, this is loose. And my thinking on that was I could rotate this in different directions. If I needed to go with a longer one for a longer reach, I could replace it. I believe up here, yeah, up here is welded with JB PVC welding, and so is this one. But I could have done all of this just friction because you can see how hard it is to get it off. I mean, it doesn't come off very easily, and that way you can modify it. You can make it so that you can make it wider or narrower so it's not wobbling everywhere. That would be the only modification that I would do to this one. And the whole reason behind the T there is to diffuse the water so that you don't have a big stream. You can see how it doesn't disturb the bottom of the aquarium, so you don't have a lot of that kick up. And that's why you have the T there, because it'll hit there, it'll diffuse the water. It's like running it through a colander or something like that. At least that's what they were explaining in the video. When I build it,
man.
What's that?
It's a very smart man.
Yeah. Well, the guy that made it was smart. I just smart enough to copy what he did.
Yeah, take some credit, Mexicali. Maybe you modified it to your liking and made it a little better. So
Well, yeah, everybody does that, but it's not my idea. I can't take credit for something that's not mine.
right, but yeah, if you make that video, Mexicali, we'll make sure to get that video at least to like 20K.
Okay. Sounds good. I'll definitely do it then. And then I kind of did the same thing with my siphon hose. I made it an adapter, but using PEX pipe, the old style of PEX pipe. Not PEX, but it was called it's not PVC, it's P something else. It's what they ended up replacing it with PEX, but and I kind of did the same thing. That one is modular, and I can adjust it to the top here. I can remove that and make it bigger or smaller, but most of my aquariums are regular frames, and it fits right over that. I better pay attention. This thing's almost full. But
that will be the first seeing an overflow in Garcia Quest Live.
yeah, good thing it's not yours. It'll be mine. But I'm notorious for overrunning aquariums on live streams. It's not. It won't be the first or the last time.
But on Garcia Quest, that will be the first. Don't turn it. Don't turn the knob yet. Don't turn the knob yet. Oh, damn. We missed it, guys.
Yeah, no. I don't want to do cleanup.
We should have just kept on talking to him.
Yeah. You know what? It wouldn't have been that hard. I would have gotten distracted and not paid attention. I would have heard the water slapping on the floor, and then I would have gone, oh. I was doing water changes. Let's see.
Brandon, Danny says there will be definitely do some white and orange fantail goldfish in that pond.
Some white and orange fantail goldfish in the pond would look amazing from above, for sure. Yeah, that I'm just like right now. I'm taking ideas. I just got like a 4,000 liter per hour pump right there running right now, just shaking up the water a little bit. But tomorrow I'm gonna build a filter. You know, I'm gonna spoil it. Drum roll. Bum 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 bum. Gonna build a filter with a 27 gallon plastic tote. 27-gallon tote. Gonna build like some sort of a sump. 400 liter per hour pump, Ketsum pump, super, very very cheap, and great pump from Amazon, Ketsum. They don't sponsor me, but it's just a great pump. Had it for a couple years. Ketsum pump, 400 liters per hour, 27-gallon tote. some lava rock that I have from a filter I built a while back. Some lava rock, some spongy scrubbies, whatever they're called,
Yeah.
and polyester filling. Does anybody here? Can anybody comment because I haven't seen it? Does anybody use polyester filling to filter their water?
Not me. I haven't done it yet.
What about you, George?
What about it?
Polyester filling. Have you used it?
Yeah, polyfill.
No, so there's the polyester filling that it's I guess aquarium they sell to you like in a store for aquariums.
Oh, I use this. It's
Yeah, I
basically
mean
the same thing.
yeah, that's what I use from Walmart. I buy it from Walmart, but there is some polyfill that looks exactly the same that they sell you in the fish stores that costs an arm and a leg.
Yeah, no, this is what I use, and I know the sub you're trying to build. I have the same one running right now too.
Can you show it?
Yeah, let me go back there.
Yeah, yeah, those 27-gallon toads are really nice. Actually, Lobster Lab was breeding betta fish in 27-gallon toads.
I got a mess back here though.
Everybody has a mess. Don't worry.
Yeah, Mexicali just shows the prettiness of his aquarium. He doesn't show the mess. But you're not a true fish keeper.
Of course not. Of course, I'm not going to show you the mess.
Yeah, but you're not a true fish keeper. You don't show the mess. You have to show the mess.
I'll never be a true fish keeper.
No, I'm not showing my mess. I'm already a mess.
I show it once in a while. It's just I got a bunch of. Unfortunately, I'm doing what you're not supposed to be doing and using it as a table to put junk on top of the lid. Had a bunch of door handles. I was looking for. Oh, actually, for the kids aquarium, I had to find a knob to be able to open the cover. And I had when we were doing the refurbishing furniture, flipping it and stuff like that. My wife had a bunch of miscellaneous knobs that she had, and that's what I was looking at.
Were you guys refurbishing? You said furniture.
Yeah,
How
they're
did that
flipping
go?
furniture. That was during the lockdown,
Okay.
and then once that went away, that business kind of went one side. Well, anyways, here's what I wanted to show you. There's a tote, and it's basically my sump, and it's real simple. I got a return pump on there, and I'm using the plastic dresser drawers. Again, this is all King of DIY. This is what I use the polyfill for. It's it'll trap this in there, and then I got coarse sponge, and then on the second drawer is nothing but lava rock. And then I got the return pump there. It goes back up to the lines, back into the aquarium. But it's real basic. I mean, it doesn't get any simpler than this.
No, yeah, I'm gonna use the 27-gallon tubs, but the ones with the yellow lids that are a little bit thicker, and I'm gonna tie maybe like a small rope in the middle because with the water sometimes they get a little loose or they get a little wider.
Don't use the lids. Don't use rope.
Gotcha. Okay.
Here, I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. Again, this is not from me. I got this from Aquafunk, and I know which lids you're going to use. You're going to use these totes, but you use the lid to keep your container from bowing out, and you just make cutouts to have access. And what happens is this acts as a brace, and it keeps your tote from bowing. So you can cut this as thin as you want, like a center brace, and it's basically like an aquarium top. That's what it is. And you'll cut out whatever section you want. Just make sure you leave it like a center brace, and it'll keep your sides from bowing out. I didn't do it on this one because I really didn't care in it, and it really doesn't bow out that much. You can see there. That's Japanese. What is it? Lear tail Japanese, blue Japanese guppies that I'm breeding in here.
Mm.
Yeah,
But that's under the
all those ideas on the predatory fishing channel. I think it's like maybe like my second or fourth video.
Oh, he did it. He did it again.
Yeah.
He hit the button again.
I built a on my pond I had on the basement on like my first video on the predatory fish keeping channel. I built I had a pond, and I also built a sump. But I got the idea from the king of DIY. This was maybe 8 years ago, and with the polyfill, the scrubbies, um, it was awesome. I had a lot of fish in there, but yeah, great ideas from the king of DIY. That's why he's the king.
And here's what Danny says. For $50, you can get a ton of polyfill that will last forever. Same thing. And he says where you can get it from, Amazon.
Support Jay Bezos.
And DJ Guppyfish says that for you, I'm doing a 360 video of my mess.
There you go.
Oh, DJ Guppyfish.
Garcia, since you like to make a lot of sounds and stuff like that, and like, have you ever thought of getting one of those pads that you can play like that
I've
you
been
can,
thinking about it.
it's
Yeah,
El,
mixer.
it's Elgato, is that what it calls, Elgato or something like that, where you can just press buttons, like you could do cow sounds and you could do.
I think about it sometimes. Look at that tank. Look how beautiful.
these guys are growing up pretty good.
Is that like the same species, all the same species in there?
Yeah, it's the parents are these. Oh, and look, they just laid eggs.
Man, Mexicali is gonna become a rich man.
I don't know about rich. I don't know any rich people that do this. But they're the parents. You can see he's a marbled. I liked him because he's got that little orange on the top, and then she's a golden. And they're look at them. They're pissed because I'm looking at their babies. Yeah, I'm gonna pull them. Don't worry. So these are the parents, and actually, this used to be the goldfish tank that I used to have, but I needed somewhere to grow out all these angelfish. So that's all from one spawn, which
Yeah,
is crazy though because they're all the same age, and you can see some that are smaller, like these guys. And the other day I was looking, there's even one that's super tiny. I don't know what's going on. But you know, I need to figure out what's going on with that. I don't care because I'm not in a hurry to grow them out. I'm kind of enjoying these guys, and I want them to get a little bit bigger so I can select some future breeders, and then sell off the rest.
Now Lex is now probably the ones that is not growing, they're probably getting bullied
Probably.
or not eating enough.
Yeah. Well, look. Here's what I'm talking about. See how tiny he is in compared to all the other guys.
Yeah.
yeah.
So I have like two of those guys that are in there. That one, and the one that's black.
Maybe there's not enough food getting to them. Maybe.
This is probably the tank that I feed the heaviest. But yeah, I think what happens is they're so small, they're getting pushed out of the way. I have to get rid of some of the bigger ones to allow them to grow up.
Yeah.
But it's okay. I mean, as I start selling these guys out, they'll catch up.
Yo, George. And you just lied and said that you didn't know anybody that was rich, but Jack Valley Discus, I think, is pretty rich.
No, he's dead.
No, the not Jack Valley Discus, but the business. Whoever.
Ask Gabriel. He'll tell you that he's just getting by.
Okay.
I mean, you make enough to continue to buy and sell, but it's not. Most of those guys, think about how old they have to get to be able to retire because of there's no retirement. You have to make your own retirement, and
It's like
most of those guys end up selling their businesses, and that's how they end up making their money.
it's like most of the pastors. They tell you that they don't make a lot of money, but they're driving a 2025 Toyota 4Runner.
Yeah, well, that's not a lot of money. It'd be more impressive than driving around a G-Wagon. That's money.
It's all right off.
Well, they don't pay taxes, so what are they writing off?
Oh, you're right.
They're tax exempt, remember?
Yep.
I'm gonna switch over to the laptop.
Yo, Garcia, what time is it over there?
3 minutes to 1 o'clock.
Yeah, over here is still early. It's about to be 12. Las 12 de la noche, Garcia, aquatics. Amigo,
Orderly Holmes.
órale, cholo.
Just stop being a pinche mamón.
Órale, caballo.
Oh, there goes Danny B. There goes Danny B right there.
Hey,
Look at that skate.
hey,
He tried.
hey,
Yeah.
Hey.
He felt
hey,
jealous.
listen.
of
I
George.
don't do the monster fish. I don't do
that.
I don't do the monster fish. I do the nano shit with the whole. Mira. ¿Me entiende?
Yeah, I like it.
Sí,
man.
sí,
The skates
que lo
look
que,
nice.
mi loco.
I don't do the monster fish, but I want a snakehead.
Yeah, me too.
You know what I mean?
Get one of those. I forget what's the name of the bettas, but they look like little snakeheads. They're
Snakehead
wild type
betta.
bettas.
Yeah, the wild ones, man. I got them galaxies ready to go ahead in the old tank. You know what I mean? Like this one is look, it got diet times. It's starting out right now. It's cycling right now, so it's not ready for fish yet.
Yeah, that was nice.
A light could fuck it. Hold on, it's messing up. Look. So all these plants are starting to get used to being outside, so like out the water. So right now they don't look the best, but once they start getting used to being out and start changing, then they'll start growing real good. You know what I mean? But I redid this one. That's why the carpet is all messed up. But I just redid this one last night. I changed some things around because it's 2 years old. They don't last very long. The aquascapes,
Okay.
Yeah.
they last like a year to 2 years, and it's been 2 years. So I gotta like redo stuff and replace things. And I started that last night. So it doesn't look the best right now, but I'm gonna give it about 2 months. I'll replace the carpet, it'll be all right. But this one is brand new. Um, you know what I mean? So and you know what I mean? I took that wood off in the back because it was blocking light to right here. This was like that wood back there was over here.
Oh,
And it was
okay.
blocking that light from hitting the plants in the back. So I took it off. It's more important to grow that back there than anything. But yeah, man.
I've always been fascinated how you guys like to live on the edge. You guys that have those rimless tanks, why do you guys
Yeah.
like keeping it so close from running over?
Yeah, no, that's you know what. Look, I'm not even doing like external filter. I'm doing internal filters.
Yeah.
I have two internal filters, one pumping water to the top.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so one's pumping water to the top to hit all this, and then I have one going around the back, and it comes to the front, and it hits the CO2 and disperses the CO2. But yeah, I started getting into the little nano world. I
That's
like
nice.
I like I like the little worlds, like little tiny You know what I'm saying? Like even the plants, like I get like mini plants version. You know what I'm saying? Like the tiny plant version of the big plants, so it could like scale and stuff. Like it look like a little fern. You feel me?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
What is
I
it?
do like
Views?
like this is a mini version of the big version of the same plant to make it look little tiny. And I know y'all like that monster fish and the big thing. And I like that too, but I ain't got a lot of room for all that.
No, I'm more
and,
your
and
speed, Danny.
and the smaller the tank, the least expensive it is. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's
And,
true.
You know
and
what I'm
that's why
saying?
George Mr. is all the way from Yuma, and he got all small nanofish. He
Yeah.
loves the nanofish. He
I
just
like
wanted to. He likes the big fish, but it's not his cup of tea to keep to breed.
yeah. No, like
He
I
would
said,
rather breed.
I want me a snakehead. I'm you know, I live in a state that don't care too much about legalities. So maybe I can make it happen. Not to say
Well,
that on the
that,
camera.
that will be your live stream tank.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You know them colorful snakeheads. I forgot the species name.
Yeah.
Um,
It's a dwarf snake.
yeah, like I want me a snakehead. I want that. How they, you know how they attack the front glass when you mess with them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I want. But yeah, I do little things, man. You know
I
what I
like
mean?
it. I like it.
Little
And
career.
I'm gonna have to have you come out on my live stream again
Yeah,
so we can touch base. And
yeah,
if
yeah.
you want, you can even have a spare tank, and you can do your escape and explaining how you do it.
Yeah, I'm doing another. I'm thinking. I want to get this one going. See how we do. And I want to make more escapes and record them and explain everything. And like I said, right now this is brand. I don't usually show it. You see that brown on the sand and all that. The diet, the
Yeah.
diatom
Diatom.
stage.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's gonna go away, and then I could start. You know what I mean? Ammonia's down. I could start adding the fish and have a little world going on, man. Just sit here on. I sit here on the floor, man. Just you know how we do. Just stare at things. It's better than a TV, man.
Oh yeah.
Watching the behavior and how they
Yeah,
react.
I'd, ra-
That's what you want.
I'd rather watch this than the TV, bro. You know what I mean? And but look, it's all
Yeah.
brown. It's all brown and gross right now. It looks swampy right now, but it's gonna be pristine in about a month or so.
A nice
Hey,
little, a nice big dwarf snowball pleco will be nice in there.
yo, for real, what's the size on snow on that?
They're not even big enough. They're the size of your thumb. That's how
Cause
big they
cause I was thinking cause I got the auto sinkless, but I was thinking one of them what do you call them loaches, them little flat ones.
Oh, Hillstream Loach.
The Hailstream, but I think that might be too big because this is only a 5 gallon, bro.
Mm.
You know, and I got eight of the Galaxy Raspberries to go in here that was in the old tank, the old scape that they're still, I got the tank still going for them until this one's ready. So I got them going real good, and then
But the snowballs they don't grow. They just stay small. They like dwarf.
will it mess with this stuff though, like dislodge things? That's what I
That
worry about too.
that probably be do a little bit cleaning.
Yeah, but it won't like dislodge plants and stuff. Like that's what I'm worried too.
No, it won't do that. It won't damage it.
All right. Hey, I appreciate you, my brother.
No problem, manito.
Thank you,
No,
man.
hey, you're from the hood. You're from New York. I like to boy.
hey, I'm like the only Puerto Rican in West Virginia, bro. I gotta represent, man. You know what I mean?
You got to. You got to.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey,
All right, my brother. I'm gonna head out, man. Yo, blessings and thank you very much, man.
Nos
no
fuimos, nos
problem.
fuimos.
You already got my email, so just email me and we touch base, homie.
Yeah, I got you, man. I'm planning to head out to Florida, man. You know what I mean?
All righty.
All right, brother. Have a good night, guys.
You too.
Peace.
Have a good one. Thank you for coming.
Yeah, no problem.
Another brother. Hey, George, that's a nice escape right there.
Oh yeah, yeah. He's a real aquascaper.
Yeah, he failed what's it called, attacked by Mexicali's aquascaping. He said, "I'm gonna show mine too."
I've been trying to get him up there, even though he's been watching my videos and commenting my videos and stuff like that. And I didn't even think about him so much because he used to work at the local fish store that I go to a lot. And the
Okay.
goes one of this. Who, Danny? He coming on your videos? He used to work here. Oh, I miss him. Oh, okay. I'll try to talk to Danny and for he could take a little vacation and come down and visit you guys. Oh, please do that, please.
Yo, Garcia, serious question.
Uh-oh.
What happened to the Red Devil? Is that video up?
I'm still working on the video. It might be coming out tomorrow.
Gotcha. Okay. Gotcha. We're patiently waiting. Okay. We
No,
don't see
you guys are not being patient. You guys are like, what happened to the Red Devil? What happened to the Red Devil?
we
That's
don't
not being patient. That's not
we
being
don't see-
patient.
we don't see anything in the back. Okay. We don't know anything.
Better yet, how about this? Patience, my little grasshopper.
Patience, grasshopper.
Oh, George. I can't believe it's 1:00 here and I'm going already for 3 hours in 3 more minutes.
Aren't you working
3
tomorrow?
hours left. Yep, I go to work tomorrow.
What time?
Tomorrow's my slow day. Real slow. Now unless if the girls at work put some new customers on the list, on the board tomorrow when I come. Every time I come in, with my coffee, and I say good morning, everybody says, good morning, Garcia, and they turn their face, and then when I look at the board, I'm like, no wonder they turn their face. New customer, new customer, new customer. I got to write down all the new address and then get ready to go. And I got to put it in my list of my route, how I have it, because I like to go to the far part and then come back to the store. And when we got these new customers, sometimes it's not a straight route. I got to coming back, then I got to go left, and then from the left, I got to go to the right, and then back to the store. It throws me all off all the time. But it is what it is. Just do my job, and that's it.
That's
Get
good.
it done.
George, what did you say that you do for work? I'm sorry that I forgot. I know you told me, and
For the last time.
I
For
do
the
pay attention
last
to you,
time.
George. I do pay attention to you. Okay.
No, he's
it's
not. No,
That's
no,
fine.
he's not paying. He's not paying attention, but he's already asking you.
All right,
He
Berto, you
works
tell him.
at-
You should
He
know.
works at the dam.
Yeah,
He
there you
works
go.
at the dam.
I'm a damn worker.
Do you
Literally.
work at the dam?
Yeah.
So what is a dam? Like a where they throw trash?
No, that's a dump.
Oh.
A dam is una presa.
Oh, you do?
Uh-huh.
No way.
Yep.
That's cool. Like, what do you do there?
Hold on, George.
Operate.
Hold on, George. Get a tape recorder for you can remember, for you can have it on your phone. That's what
Okay, hold
George does.
Yeah, no,
I'm
We
gonna record
operate-
it. I'm gonna record this and put it in and make it into a short and say, what does Mexicali do for work? Boom.
he's a damn worker. No, we operate the gates on the dam to control the flow of water. That's what we do.
In Arizona, right?
Uh-huh.
Have you fished at the dam?
Yeah, there's some good spots.
Yeah, I bet. I bet there's some like
Really good spots. There's
really
spots
good
that
spots.
a lot of the public doesn't get access to. So there's some big boys in there.
Have you seen them drop whenever, like, if you're from above and stuff like that?
No, you won't see them. You won't see them even go through the dam. It's just so much water rushing through there. I don't even know if they would make it through alive, to be honest.
When they drop?
Well, they're not dropping because the way our dam is, it's not like Hoover Dam where the water's coming over the top.
Mhm.
Ours is actually coming under the gates. It's not that big. It's not as big as, it's probably about 1/20th of the size of Hoover Dam. It's not that.
So when they pass through the dam, you think that they're dead.
There's a lot of pressure going through that gate. A lot of it's, I don't know, maybe
So why do you guys open it?
because we need to let water through. We control the river, the flow of the river, the Colorado River. That's why you have dams on a river, is to control the release of the water. You don't want it to back up so much that it overfloods everything,
Mhm.
but you don't want it to go so fast that it drains the reservoir ponds. So you control the amount of water that's in there.
What are
And
your no, go ahead, I'm sorry.
no, what I'm saying is that water is for irrigation for crops.
Okay.
They grow a lot of crops down here. So all that water we're controlling, and the reason we have the dams is to be able to keep that water to be able to grow produce and a lot of produce, especially in the winter is when they grow a lot of produce out here. In the summer, it's more of the grasses and a lot of seed for future crops.
Do you okay. Do you agree on governments around the world putting dams on certain rivers? Like, obviously it's been talked about that there's some species that migrate, but with dams they can't no longer migrate. So it's
Well, the thing is, they've come up with designs that allow the salmon to get past the dam.
okay.
Here, look, if we're being honest, the problem is we're growing crops where they shouldn't be growing. Think about it. I'm in the desert, and it probably produces 80% of the country's produce.
Okay.
So why would you want to grow most of your country's food in the desert? It makes no sense, but they've done it. So now that they've done that, they can't back out of it. They have to continue to do it. So it's not the most efficient way to grow crops, because it used to be a lot of the Midwest. They used to grow crops just off the rain cycle and stuff like that. But as our population has grown, they've had to figure out ways to grow more crops quicker. The thing about down here that the rest of the country doesn't have is they can grow crops here 365 days out of the year. I mean, it's just, there isn't a time when there isn't something growing in the ground out here. So that was kind of the justification. The problem is we're a desert, which means if you're a desert, you don't get a lot of rain. And in order to get water, well, you have to retain what's in the river, control it so that it doesn't flow all the way out to the ocean. And that's where it gets a little controversial, because you could argue, okay, it's disrupting life species and all that stuff. Okay, well, if they let it free flow, then half of the country will probably go without eating. So it's kind of like, what do you do? They've tried coming up with compromises. Obviously, they've tried to improve. There's a lot of programs, a lot of incentives that the government gives to farmers so that they do smarter irrigation. Because it used to be before, they used to do what was called rolling water, and really what that meant is they would put out a field, they would build berms all around it and just flood it out. It was just like flood irrigation. Well, that's not the most efficient way to do it, because you're wasting a lot of water. What ends up happening is eventually you fill up all that area, and then you have all that water spill out the back end of the field in what's known as tailwater. And originally that water was just kind of going back to a big lake that we have down here is called the Salton Sea. But as ways to try to conserve water, they gave them incentives that if they're able to pump that water back and use it on the same field a couple of times to run it through there, then they would get extra money from the government. So they've done those programs. The other thing they've done, and if you come down here, you'll notice a lot of people are irrigating with sprinklers now because that's a lot more efficient. Instead of you tend to waste less water. The only drawback to that, though, or the other argument that the farmers say is we get so hot. Like I was telling you, our average temperature is between 112, 114 during the peak of the summer. So it's evaporation. They're saying that because they're mystifying the water, they're making it smaller water particulates, it evaporates quicker. So their argument is that it's causing them to use more water, which I don't think so. It's just anytime that they have to make an extra investment, they get pushback because they have to buy pumps to be able to pump that water through the sprinkler system. They got to buy the sprinklers or rent the sprinklers, which a lot of farmers, that's what they'll do because they don't want to have to deal with the storage of the equipment. So, but it's extra money. It doesn't cost you as much just to open up a gate, let the water flood the field, and then close the access water. The problem is a lot of that water gets wasted. So there's stuff like that. There's other ones where they'll pay them not to grow stuff. You know, they'll furlough a field, or no, fallow a field. That's what it is, fallow. And basically they make an agreement that for so many years they're not going to grow any crops on that field, and they get paid what would have been the water consumption. So some farmers will do that, and they make money off of that. So they don't have to grow any crops, and they would make as much money as the last crop that they grew on there. So, a lot of people say there's a lot of scams going on. There's a lot of politics. It's like anything else. Man.
Yeah.
There's a whole. And then recently we were having a fight with a different water district for the Coachella Valley water district, because they were saying that they should be allotted more water down there because their city is growing. It's basically Palm Desert, Palm Springs, Coachella, Indio, all that community down there, that what's known as the Coachella Valley. And in recent years, the development has gone up. They're building all these golf courses down there. So they're saying that they don't have enough water, and they were fighting with the farmers because they were saying the farmers were wasting a lot of that water. Well, that they should put more control on them so they can get the extra water and use it for the city. So if there's one thing that is everybody thinks gold and oil and all this other stuff are the commodities to want to keep, but in reality it's going to be water. Water is going to be the one element that you just can't do without. You can do without gold. You can figure out a different monetary exchange, but water, you need it to survive. You need it to grow stuff. You need to clean yourself, just everything. There isn't anything you don't need water for.
Yeah, one thing, George, that I'm going to tell you, I'm going to be super honest with you. I thought you were cool, but you became cooler in my books now because you're a damn worker. No, yeah, truly though. Truly, I didn't know that. I didn't know that you were a damn worker, but I think that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
It's a fun job. I mean, I like it because I get to work alone a lot of the times. Most of the times we work 3 shifts. The only thing that really sucks about the job is the shift work, because we have to be open 24/7. We don't get holidays. We get paid for the holidays, and we get paid double time because we have to work. But if it wasn't for the schedule, it'd be like the perfect job. But so it gets a little bit tiring.
Are you getting close to your retirement?
Oh no, I still have about 15 more years. That's what I said. That's why I'm learning how to do all this stuff now. So by when I get close to retirement, I already have some experience under my belt, and I can do a little side hustle in my retirement job. This will become
15.
What's that?
You said 50 years or 15?
15.
Okay, 15. Okay. So when you turn like maybe 80, 85, then you'll retire.
Fuck you. I'm not that old. I'm 50, 51 actually.
I'm kidding, George. You know.
Well,
Puro
guys,
cotorreo.
it's that Stella that's making him say all that funny remarks, Joe.
Hey,
Yeah, no,
you know what? Man, great beer. I just
it
tried it
is.
my first time trying it today. Because I had some Heineken yesterday, but Heineken remind the how strong it is. It reminds me of like Negra Modelo.
Oh, yeah.
But I don't
Sort
really like
of.
Negra Modelo. I don't like the Heineken, but the Stella are toys. It's pretty good.
Yeah, it's a very
My
good
favorite
Pilsner.
my favorite is Pacifico, but this Stella are toys is pretty good.
Yep.
What about you,
All right,
Garcia?
guys.
He's gonna
Me?
go to sleep.
No,
Yeah, I
what
gotta go to sleep.
what's
Okay,
your
what
favorite
else I
beer?
like? Well, I just like to have my Bud Light. But lately, I haven't been drinking like I usually do. But last night,
Bud
I
Light.
had this.
Corona.
Mm-hmm.
And
Piss
it's
water.
not and it's not the small one.
Yeah, Bud Light tastes like watered down. Um,
Now I'm trying to stay away from drinking. But when it comes to my wedding, it's gonna be a different story.
nice.
But I wanted to
Lagunitas
stay a little
IPA.
longer, but me gotta get to bed. D1 Fish Guy, how you doing?
You've been on for 3 hours, dude. That's a
Yeah,
long time.
but somebody's here. And
Hey, D1.
hey, D1, thank you for coming. But I'm sorry, but I'm shutting this down. But before I shut it down, I just want to say thank you for everybody that was on the panel and my moderators dropping the links and people showing the support and all the love. And guys, don't forget to help out each other. Go ahead and hit that like button and the share button and turn on that notification bell to be notified when they drop a short or when they drop a video or when they're gonna go live. So don't forget about doing that. And guys, you know Garcia always drops the link, but tonight I'm going to be. But Pray Tony, do you have any words of wisdom before I shut it down?
Words of wisdom. Don't be mad. Be happy.
George?
Well, you got to be wise to have wisdom. I don't have any wisdom.
Well, anything else you want to say?
No, just thank you for letting me up here, and thanks for the people that were hanging out with us.
Let's say goodnight to the damn worker.
To the damn worker. And guys, and look, and now Shamu's showing up. Everybody's showing up. Now, every time when I'm shutting down,
Who was
that's
live streaming? Was there somebody else live streaming?
who knows who was live streaming. But George was on, but I did it right after Kenny E got off. I came on. Yeah, Shamu. And everybody's showing up. I'm sorry. But just make sure you got that notification bell turned on and you know when Garcia Aquatics go live. So do that. And guess what, guys? Hit that replay button. And you
Peace.
watch what
Peace,
happens.
McCallie. Peace, Garcia.
Later.